welcome to the show. It's the TGIF podcast. I'm here with Ryan, here with Sexy Girl, the Pharaoh Wizard.
Hello.
Megastar Mark.
Hello. How's everyone doing? Oh, man.
I'm going to cut that and put it first, and it's going to be super out of context.
Perfect.
Enjoy.
Update alert. I figured out my peacock situation.
Oh my God! This is from like 4 episodes ago.
Everybody, stop the presses. Greg, tell us about your peacock.
You had two peacocks. That was about.
I canceled it now.
But both or one?
Well, so it turns out I only had one peacock.
Okay.
However, because it's peacock,
yeah,
I was being charged $5 for peacock and a separate $4.99 charge for the no ads.
Oh shit! I thought you were going to say like the WWE Network was an additional charge.
So I thought it was two peacocks, but in fact it was one peacock split into two payments for no fucking reason at all.
You've always had a massive problem with telling how many peacocks you have. So
right.
I mean, that's
a problem.
Go out in my backyard
peacocks
right now,
right.
and I mean, rough guess
Shut
70.
The fuck up!
But honestly, it could be more, could be less.
It's like that
You
Perfect
lose some,
Strangers
you get
episode
some.
with the turkeys. You know, just
Right.
all in your backyard,
People don't know this, but cocks are like rabbits. They just constantly new cocks.
all over.
Yeah,
Brightly colored.
It's weird how streaming services do that. Like, just charge me the $10. What the fuck?
we might have a crisis here, fellas.
I have this in the notes.
Okay.
We have a crisis on our hands.
Now I'm bringing it up, but
Bring it up.
Hulu, all the TV shows, all the TGIF TV shows look like they're expiring at the end of the month.
They
on
are
Hulu.
gone as
Really?
of 4 days, 5 days from now.
Yeah,
Right.
something.
Even Perfect Strangers, it's like everybody.
Well, that's
So-
a fucking tragedy.
Cooper, Perfect
Get me
Strangers.
Billy Hulu. I got words for him.
So
They got to be going somewhere.
They have
So-
to be going to Disney
Yeah.
Plus, right?
I don't think so. I looked this up because I got super freaked because I was like, oh my God, this is like the most favorite thing that I do every month. I don't want this to go away. And so I looked it up and I found a bunch of blogs and stuff. And apparently Time Warner Media owns all of TGIF, which is super fucking weird.
Oh, that's
because
strange.
Huh,
Disney and ABC was where TGIF was, where it aired.
Mhm.
Disney-centric episodes.
When you look
I mean,
up step by step, who owns step by step? It says Warner Media. So the theory out there is they're going to show up on HBO Max.
HBO Max. I mean, that's
Every-
fine.
All,
I
all
love
of them
HBO
will be
Max.
on HBO Max.
Cool.
That'd be
That's
great.
all right.
Means that-
Their streaming platform is one of the best.
Oh yeah,
I've
very
been
straightforward, which I like.
I've been threatening the cancellation of HBO Max in my house. Like I don't need this. Let me get rid of it. And now I have to keep it if they're on there. So
Why would you cancel? You have like
What would
12
you watch The
Justice
Wire
Leagues you can
on?
watch.
12 Justice Leagues. I couldn't get through the first 5 minutes of
But it's in black and
versus
white now.
Superman. Batman versus Superman. I think I got 5 minutes, and I was like, "This fucking sucks. I'm out. I'm out. I'm an adult.
Inherently-
I can say no to this."
Something inherently
Yeah.
goofy about Justice League, the original one, that has made me watch.
Oh, I love those Zack Snyder movies.
Oh
They
my
are
They really got me.
so bad.
Yeah,
Like they're so bad that I find them
Mhm.
not like The Room funny bad,
Mhm.
Mm.
but there's like it's almost like he's intentionally trying to make a shitty superhero movie, and I respect it for that.
Right. Are you ready to go back to
Ooh.
school?
Oh,
Oh my
oh my
God.
God, yes! I actually went back to school today.
What?
Oh my God,
you
fucking
kidding?
topical.
First
did?
grade
I did.
again?
Yes,
Wow.
I know. I'm gonna pass this time. No, I went back.
Mm-mm.
I went back and saw my old college advisor at the radio station today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was a great time, but like it was like literally stepping into a time capsule. Like I walked into that radio station and there were still posters on the wall that I had put there.
Oh
Wow.
my God. I was
It's
going
like
to ask
I
you how much
touched
of it.
that thumbtack.
I was going to ask you how much of it changed because I've been in that radio station and
Yeah. There was a TV station right next to the radio station in that building.
Mhm.
Mhm.
The TV station's like totally new, brand new cameras, brand new set, brand new audio board, brand new video board, everything totally new. Radio station fucking identical.
Fuck you,
Untouched.
audio guys.
I mean, I'm not kidding. Like there was a lock on the filing cabinet, and I brought my friend Ty, and he's like, "Oh, hey, that lock's still there." Kevin was like, "Yeah, you know the combo?" He's like, "Maybe I was the one who put it there 20 years ago."
oh
Wow.
my
like-
God.
It's It was like going back in time, literally. It
funny.
was bizarre. So yeah, back to school. I went there
Damn.
today.
It's
Wow.
all topical, baby.
Pure coincidence.
Yep.
Last
No.
time on the show, we did adjacent TGIF shows. I would encourage you to go check that out because that was
That was a
super
great
fun.
episode.
Oh my god.
Very fun to go look at the other things going on during the 90s. So much fun.
Weird
Today-
to like, we watched Full House on this, episode, and then we had real acting the last episode with, Will Smith. So
Right.
interesting.
Yeah, and now we're back to Full House again.
Anybody who currently in an adult form enjoys Full House is lying. Like they're lying to themselves and they're lying to us because they're being intentionally obtuse as to whether it's good or not.
I'd love to know. There's so many people that say they like or dislike things, and I guarantee they haven't watched.
Then watch it.
Yeah,
Right? When's the last time if you like Full House, genuinely like to know, not putting you down. When's the last time you actually went through it and watched it?
Sometimes
Like-
I wonder too, like Netflix, what Fuller House is like one of their highest like rated. How are they view
Right.
that, the streaming views? And I often wonder though, is that just like background noise? Like, is that why it is? Because it's just
Could
you don't
be.
need to pay attention. You get
Yeah.
safe for all the kids to put on. Like it just exists.
Kids like
in the
it. Parents can
background,
deal
so-
with it.
Right, of every single household where they just want to shut the kid up.
Yeah.
I mean, without getting too cynical about
Yes.
it, I think most people just don't think about
Mhm.
entertainment. It's like,
No.
did I watch a thing? Am I now done with that thing? Yes, therefore I
Mhm.
enjoyed it.
So on the menu today, it's Sabrina, Full House, Boy Meets World. Clueless is back,
Mm.
hanging with Mr. Cooper. Nice
This-
little spread here.
And this is what our
Maybe.
second Mr. Cooper and second Clueless, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Nice.
Sorry,
I like that.
think
I like kind of diving into some of the ones we haven't really
I think
done
it's
too
our,
much with.
only our third Sabrina. I want to say.
Is it really?
I think so.
It's not a ton
Backstreet
of
Boys
Sabrina.
Or
guest
the-
stars and
Yeah.
this one are the three
This
that
is
I
the third
remember.
one.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
So,
Okay.
so we're diving
Maybe
into
our
that.
last.
Just throwing it out there.
As
I
we
propose
said,
to the quorum.
Hulu is everything is leaving Hulu. Very scary.
Oh, maybe we don't even have a choice.
Right. This is
Frightening.
it. Mhm.
Scared the fucking shit
We
out
will,
of me.
this will be nothing but Clueless episodes because we're all on YouTube. That's all we can do.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not paying for Teen Angel. All right. I'm not paying for it. Wherever that's
will.
available, not paying for it.
I'll share my
When's your
password. Don't worry.
birthday?
Okay.
Yeah, We're good. We're good.
All right. Back to school. Got any good back to school stories, memories? Obviously, you just shared one, Greg.
I sent my kid back 2 weeks ago. It was
Yeah.
her first time back, since COVID started. She was virtual for a year and a half.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And this was her first time actually at the junior high.
Wow.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm talking to her all, she's just so much different than I am. Like, I was telling her, like, what, it's going to be an adjustment. You're going to take some time. There's a lot of new people out there. You obviously have your friend. Fucking no, the kid just no problem at all. Just strolls right in. She's like, yeah, I met like 10 new people. They're all coming over tonight. I'm like, oh fuck. So,
Oh, okay. You don't need
yeah,
me at
right,
all.
Yeah, I was about to say I am just in the
Unnecessary.
background. That's fine, kid.
I can just drive you places.
I wish I had that confidence when I was that young.
I know, right?
Because I don't remember, like, I remember middle school, especially for me, it was just very awkward. And it is awkward because, like, your body's changing and, like, everything's
Right.
like you have a lot more responsibility. But I don't remember. I remember like my first day in high school. Like I remember like the where they brought you in before school started, like the day before, and you got to meet all these people. And I met a lot of people who would still be my friends to this day.
Yeah.
And that's it. I don't remember like that first day though. I remember the day before the first day.
Yeah.
Right.
I hated school. Just like, I enjoyed the social aspects of it.
Sure.
Even all the way through college. Well, like the idea of like actually going to school and going to class and doing homework and all that stuff. I mean, it was like, I hated it. Not just like, school wasn't for me. It's like I hated every second of it.
Would you chalk that up though to like the
Mm.
school that you went to being kind of like,
Well, maybe
Being crazy.
I had like such a weird school experience because
After the prom
I went to
episode,
public
we all
school
know.
through 7th grade.
Okay.
And then I went to a Waldorf school for 2 years. I don't know if any of you are familiar
Yep.
with it. It's like a
No.
real free thinking hippie school in Saratoga
Oh.
around here, but there's actually Waldorf
Nice.
schools everywhere.
Right.
But my parents didn't think I was learning good Christian ideals there. So so I was there for 8th and 9th grade, and then in 10th grade they sent me to a Christian school, which I just hated. I actually did like that Waldorf school. Now that now that you mention it, Mark, I thrived there because I'm just not the type of person who sits down for 45 minutes and gets lectured at. And that Waldorf school was very much like, all right, well, here's a 5-minute talk on explosions. Why don't we go blow some shit up? And I'd be like,
awesome.
okay, I'm into this.
Yes. Yes.
And that was like, if you're familiar with Arrested Development at all, they talk about a school that they send maybe to, where you see a report card and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
Jim makes maybe feel, and then it's a picture of an alligator. That is very much that school that I went to. Like, we didn't get grades for anything. It was like all pass fail, and it was like, English makes Greg feel sad.
Math makes Greg feel sad.
Yeah. So
makes Greg feel happy.
you might have a good point, Mark. Like, that Christian school just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Like,
I just can't imagine you. I mean, I met you in college, but like that, when you told me about that after we first met, like, it was hard for me to picture you in that type of environment.
It was.
And be happy anyway. Like, for you to be happy in that environment, I guess is what I'm saying. So
I've had such like that radio station I worked at was a Christian radio station too, and just like, because of the people I know, I keep getting shoehorned into these things, and it's like, this is the exact opposite of me as a human being.
Yep.
Full House season 3,
sorry.
episode 2, Back to School Blues. DJ has a rough first day of junior high when she finds out all the kids are so grown up. She learns that more makeup isn't necessarily the answer to this problem, even though it is kind of the answer.
Is this the description?
I mean, it's literally the solution.
I was when I got my first boyfriend, my first slow dance, my first slow kiss. And then I woke up and it was all a dream.
Goodbye, Dad. See you later.
Bye-bye. Have fun.
Wait for me. I go too.
Hold on, you little Sesame Streaker. You don't start nursery school till next year.
Okay, Full House, buckle up.
Get it out of the way first.
Just get it out of the way.
Yeah,
hide and seek with Michelle. Michelle being cute baby stuff.
I was telling Ryan off the air, this is definitely the point where they say it's going to be Michelle centric from here on in. This is the beginning of that.
Yeah, I hope you like this dumb shit.
DJ is hogging the mirror, trying to get looking good for her first day. Stephanie's upset because this is the first time they won't be at the same school together.
She's on screen.
Oh,
Stephanie ever not whining about something stupid?
I'm always upset.
Every single episode, there's got to be something.
Jesse and Joey talk to their advertising guy about closing some deal, and they have to play golf with the guy to close the deal.
Jesus Christ.
Such a foreign concept to me as a poor.
Why do you believe you are one of the poor?
Isie's like, yeah, I can play golf for sure.
Terrible.
I used to work in the golfing industry, I guess, and and I went golf every single time we had to like give a client or a country club that we went to go sell to. We'd always just golf, right there. But I never golf. I can count how many times I've actually played the game of golf on one hand. I mostly just sat in the cart and drank.
You play golf?
I find it cathartic.
Really?
I mean, yeah. Well, not as much.
Not
as
now.
much as I had hoped.
You're a very busy man now.
Yeah.
That was the intent. I mean, with the coronavirus, like I was trying to.
That's a good coronavirus.
Right.
Activity.
I was trying to get out of the house and still get some exercise without having to go to the gym.
Mm.
But like this year, I mean, maybe this is all years from now on. But it was like the worst weather year in the history of the planet.
So bad.
Yeah, it was
like,
real
my
bad
opinion.
up here.
I'm not talking statistics here. I'm sure statistically it was as well.
Rained
but it
like
was
20 out of 30 days in July.
Right. July was
it was
like the
either
thing in 100 years or something.
degrees or raining. So I paid a lot of money for this membership. And as it stands right now, I paid like $130 a round. Where I could have just gone down and paid like 50. So I'm really hoping to milk the fall.
It's a good time to play.
But yeah, I do like it. I like just getting outside and being alone. It's my dream.
You play by yourself?
Yeah.
I
put podcasts on. And I just play 18 alone.
That's awesome.
That's fun. That sounds fun to me.
My boss is an avid. He's not me. He just recently retired, and he's an avid golfer. But he also knows like the background I came from, knowing a lot of the golf course in the area. And if he can't get like a tee time, he'll ask me to reach out. I'm like, you want me to ask like the pro shop guy, like because that's all I ever talk to.
I can make a call,
right?
I can get you some pants,
right?
Mark, Mark, what you got? You gave Shaq a pair of pants, didn't you?
Shaq,
Shaq, golf pants.
We designed Shaq a golf outfit, which he not only wore for the event he was doing. We designed old-fashioned golf clothes. It was basically like +4s, the goofy hats, the vest, that type of stuff.
The good stuff.
And Shaq, his reps contacted us and they said, like, listen, like he wants to do something fun because he's Shaq, of course he does. And they gave us his dimensions, and that man. He's amazingly tall, but his waist is like 56. Like it's a huge waist, and he's not fat. I mean, you see Shaq, he's just massive human.
Yeah, right.
And like his socks, we had to like tear apart 2 socks and sew them together to equal 1 foot. He's freakishly huge, and he sent us pictures afterwards, or his people sent us pictures. He just wore it after the event. At like the party afterwards, he wore it at night. He's like carrying Ricky Fowler around in his golf gear. He like loved it. It was so like that was like the coolest association I had. It's
incredible.
Cool to see that. Yeah, very fun.
Incredible.
I also sold golf outfits to Dan Aykroyd, so my childhood screamed.
Ray Stantz. Ray Stantz.
That's right.
Sadly, somehow still the worst Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
Who's the best Ghostbuster?
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Probably. And then I would say Egon's a very close second. And
then
Egon's
got to be up there.
Right. Winston's underrated.
He's for fun.
Sure. Yeah. Winston
because he's just the audience. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
That first movie where they just hire him on the spot and he just says whatever you want me to believe in as long as it's a paycheck.
Yeah.
That's
right.
Everybody can relate to that shit.
Yeah.
Full House.
Right. I love it. As many tangents as we can get. Danny brings the girls their bag lunches, and they say, DJ says, like, only losers bring their own lunch. I need to buy lunch. He's like, okay, here's some money. Just get the fuck out of here so I can go be an anchor. Becky comes in and talks about how much action she got in junior high. It's like, junior high, man, I had dates every night. Oh, baby. Yeah, because you're fucking Becky. Of course you did. Stephanie's scared to be alone, as we said. We go to junior high, and there's popular girls being all like Guns N' Roses music videoed. We got a dude with a mustache. People are just making out in line, waiting to sign up for classes. We meet Kathy, who grew up. This is the first of like, I think 5 or 6 jokes like this in the back to school section.
I get that this is like a thing. I'm sorry.
She matured, if you will.
Yeah.
Blossom.
I get that this is like a thing. I mean, obviously, like kids go through puberty or whatever.
Yeah. Right.
But like,
they really draw attention.
It leaves a weird taste in my mouth having like multiple young ladies get boobs jokes.
Yeah.
So many.
Knowing it's a show written by men and I assume directed by men and all this stuff. And like, I don't know. Again, kids go through that. Like, that's a real emotion you have. But at the same time, like, I just don't love it.
They harped on it too much. It was, like these are 14-year-old girls, and the writers really were adamant that we stare at their chests. So it was a little weird.
There's probably ways to get around that and be like, wow, you grew up a lot. You look great.
Right.
Something like that. Then just like literally like the bug eyes, like, woo.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like scenes where like they're literally just staring at like young girls' boobs.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
It's weird.
It's like, I don't. You could, even if you have to make this joke, which I don't think you do, there's like you're saying, Ryan, there's way better ways to tell the joke.
Yeah.
I mean, they borderline anything, but what the fuck do I expect from Full House?
Or just like, you make your first joke, whatever you want to say, you blossomed overnight and then move on. And we got the idea, right? We don't need to keep zooming in.
Joey and Michelle try to teach Jesse how to golf. He comes out looking good, man. He's got that cool ass outfit with the cool pants.
On you, something I would have made.
Gets a
golf. I saw it.
Yeah.
Gets a golf lesson. I enjoyed this part where he gets up to the ball and does the Elvis hips. Perfect. Loved it. One of the only consistently good people on this show is
for sure.
Like, I like the whole like teaching him how to golf thing. I thought that that had some potential there. And we'll get to it, but I kind of like the way this B story was shaping up, especially considering I was totally uninterested in the A story. So that's shaping up.
I think is key.
Yeah.
Jesse sucks at golf, but Michelle is good. He needs help from Joey. So of course we get he shows him how to stand and gets behind him and Jesse says, "This is too much gay." Basically, like
the
I am
80s.
so uncomfortable.
Yeah, there's a lot of gay panic in
Yes.
Gay panic.
these episodes we
Real
watched.
lot.
I'm really curious to see what you think about when we get to Boy Meets World when the gay stuff comes up, because I wasn't sure how to take that. Because
I agree.
at one
Yeah.
point
Worth
I
a
was like,
discussion, I would say.
yeah, we'll
Yeah.
have a discussion about that. But I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this or not. I don't know what they're going for, but if it was one version of it, it could
Right.
be fun.
Right. That we'll
Right?
get to it. We'll get
We'll
to
get
it
to
because
it.
I was also very confused.
I was like torn there. Like,
Yeah, right.
okay. But anyway, this is just ridiculous. Jesse chops up all the lawn, and Michelle says, like, Daddy's gonna be mad. And she hits the ball and says, I hit ball good. Babies in boxes.
Jesus Christ. Wish y'all could see the video portion of Craig right now.
Maybe if they didn't have Michelle in the beginning and this is all she did, it'd be a better.
We're gonna get a lot of this. We're gonna get a lot.
Yeah. The teacher and DJ are wearing the exact same stupid outfit with the vest.
Super
and
funny
stuff.
joke.
That was
I mean,
good.
that's
joke.
like that was a good
Nailed
joke.
it. Crushed. The only one. She and besides Elvis, the Elvis dance. So she goes and eats lunch in a phone booth and pretends to call people because she's so depressed.
I
Danny-
very specifically remember this part
Phone
of this
booth.
episode while growing up.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of
Really?
the rest of this episode, but for some reason, DJ in a phone booth is just like
Huh.
the quintessential DJ moment.
Did you guys have like phone booths in your middle school or high school? Do you
Did
remember?
I have
Not
phone booths?
booths,
That's
but
a great
like
question.
banks, like 5 in a row, like with the little
Yeah.
plastic. Not like you would
Yeah,
close.
right. Yeah,
I
right
don't
up
think
front.
so. I don't think I did.
You wouldn't close yourself in, but it was like available if you needed it.
Right.
Oh, you know what?
Interesting.
We oddly enough, it was the opposite. We had phone booths, but there were no phones in them.
So there was just what did you do with them?
They were
Make
just
out?
they were just there.
Okay.
No, we didn't.
I didn't get a
dance. You think we were making out? Fuck outta here.
I didn't get a cell phone until I was in a junior. I want to
My
say.
parents got me a cell phone on my 16th birthday. Like they gave me
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
copies
As soon as
of
I
car
drove,
keys and a phone.
Yeah.
drove cell phone. That's
exactly when it was. Yeah. I had a
Um,
neon green cell phone. I still remember.
Mine
it
was
my first cell
orange.
phone. Was it? Yeah.
I had the Nokia brick that
Oh,
I
that's
did not
right.
really use for anything except for I played Snake on it.
Well,
the
what
little
else would you
game
gonna
where you
do?
eat stuff.
Great
and
game.
I
Oh
would
god, yeah.
pass that around to my friends who didn't have
That's
a
a
cell
triple
phone.
A game right there.
Danny's pissed off about the lawn being all chopped up. Stephanie comes back and it's like, we're going to talk about it, but this is part of the problem with Full House. She comes back. The problem is solved off screen and
Off camera.
great,
Right.
and everything's fine. Bye. Like,
Yep.
Why even put it in?
Right. The C story just filtered out.
Don't put it in if
Yep.
that's how you're going to play it, but whatever. DJ and Kimmy Gibbler try to put on makeup and it's weird. And they say, how do we look? And Stephanie goes, cheap, which is an okay joke, but also
It's
like,
an okay
wow.
joke, but it's super weird coming from a second grader.
Right, right.
Weird. to
Like
come
She's
she
from
has
7
no
her.
years old.
context for that.
Right.
I don't
Super-
think. I don't know. I don't know a
super
lot of
weird.
second graders to
Stephanie watches a lot of like Red Shoe Diaries, so that makes sense.
sure.
A lot of this show is kids saying things they shouldn't say or like super advanced, like especially Michelle
wouldn't say.
or
Mhm.
never would say. Yeah.
Right.
Danny cleans his rubber gloves. I remember this as a kid. So
Hmm.
remember this scene of him cleaning his rubber gloves because he's such a clean freak. They catch the girls trying to get out of the house with tons of makeup on and like, this is not okay. You look crazy. You have too much makeup on. You got to go upstairs.
The three
Yeah.
of them are like, how do we handle this? No, Dad, how do you handle this? Okay. Sorry, the uncle shouldn't be involved in this dilemma right now. They shouldn't be up in the room talking to her. Like this is a dad thing.
Danny says, this is also kind of a good line. What is going on? She's like, well, everyone looks older and they have all this stuff going on. And he's like, you can't go from 12 to 25 in one night. Like you have to kind of like work your way up to that point, which I thought was a good line. And Becky comes in and is like, what is going on? Why would your father put makeup on you? And she's like, no, that was me. She's like, okay, well, a little makeup goes a long way. I remember this is a famous scene. Michelle comes in. She got a hold of the lipstick, so it's all over her face. Then she puts it on Danny's face.
God
you know,
damn it.
we got to do that. They learn how to put on makeup correctly, and then they go and make friends, and then they make fun of the background dancers from Axl Rose video saying, "Oh, they have too much makeup on. Maybe someone should tell them." The end. Everything's good.
What a
They eat lunch with
part
friends.
of an ending.
Ryan, how did that golf story end, by the way? That golf side plot.
They
didn't end. There was
did it not end? I
It-
assume they just came back and was like, that worked out great.
That's
They
exactly.
didn't even say that.
It just never was addressed.
This is
It
the
was
problem with the show. Like,
gone. I have
this-
never. We've watched a lot though of TGIF already. I've never
Yeah.
seen a B plot completely abandoned like it was in this one.
two of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Stephanie
mean,
thing too. Yeah,
The Stephanie
right.
thing is wrapped up in one sentence, so it's not
Yeah.
completely abandoned, but still, it's like, oh, everything's fine.
Yeah.
I freaked out for no reason.
Ugh.
Oh,
God damn.
boy. I could have
This
totally like they could have played on that so many ways, like them helping each other. Boy Meets World, we're gonna get to that. They do an excellent job of putting that in of the like the family, the brothers, like how they gonna do this.
Yeah. But like you had a ready-made story, and they got to it at the end with having Aunt Becky be like the mother figure. You know,
Which
like
is good.
let me help you. That's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine, but it should have been like sprinkled in throughout, as opposed to like having the two uncles like kind of bumble their way through, and then once again a golf story that went nowhere. Like it was
Didn't
just
need it.
we shittiest
Back-
writing on this fucking
Back
show.
at it again. The golf story literally gets no resolution.
Nothing.
Zero.
And
Greg?
after it started okay, like I mean, like I kind of liked the golf stuff in that one
The
one
part where
scene.
they're in the
Yeah,
backyard is pretty good.
kind
It's
of good.
okay.
I
It's
thought
okay.
we were going to one on the course, and like Jassy was going to make a fool of himself, and at least that would have been. I might have hated it, but it would have been logical. Nope.
We could have had something there,
Yeah.
or just nothing. Don't even put
Instead-
it in.
Instead, 14-year-old boobs. That's where the
Yeah.
money is,
There's
guys.
a lot. I realized a couple things about this show. The first, and this is going to be as close as I can come to a compliment. I like the adults on this show.
Right.
I
It
like
can
when
be good.
they interact
Mhm.
with each other. You know, like when
Mhm.
Danny's scrubbing his gloves and they're like,
Yeah,
we knew
right,
it would
right.
come to this. You know, like there's no shame in therapy. I thought all
Yeah.
that was funny. When they realized they had to go talk to what's her for DJ, like
Yeah.
Right.
I liked the conversation they had. I thought Jesse and Joey had a lot of chemistry. I think Uncle Jesse's great in this show. Like I understand that this is the fundamental building block of this show, but it would be a billion times better if those kids weren't in it. I hate the fucking babies. and yeah, I'm going to segue into another big
Coming
problem
on,
I have with the
coming
show.
in hot.
So we commented. I've made the joke a few times, "Babies in a box," because the
Right.
first. I think it was that was
The
the first
Christmas
episode.
episode.
The Christmas
Yeah.
episode we watched. There
But
was
it's
a
like
nonsensical amount of time focused on
zooming in on the stuff. That
just
doesn't matter.
the kids in the like jokes weren't being said,
Right.
music wasn't being
Yeah.
played. It was
Nothing to
literally
do
just,
with the story.
I mean, you know, without exaggeration, it was probably 15 to 30 seconds of a baby in a box,
It felt longer.
but it felt longer, and they kept cutting back to it. But I realized in this episode also that the pacing of this show is so terrible because the creators think that those kids are funny.
Mm.
And they're not. So like the camera, I this is the first time I really noticed it, and it's all clicking for me. Michelle will say a line and then the camera will linger on her because they think that just the existence of babies is funny.
Mhm.
I noticed it when they were playing hide and seek. Like she would say the line and the camera would stay there for like maybe 2 seconds and then they would cut to Jesse. But if the baby said the line like I win again and then they immediately cut to Jesse's reaction, I think it
Mm.
might have actually worked as a joke. It would not have been good, but I think it would have actually functioned the way it was intentionally. But to actually linger on Michelle's reaction, like I win again, 1, 2, 3, and then the cut, it feels weird.
Why do you think that was done?
I think because they think babies are funny.
And
I
they
mean,
just kept it on
legitimately.
because they thought like
I think
the
they
laughter
think
would have
that
continued.
Michelle is cute. I think they think that those twins are cute.
Lingering is they're trying to get that cuteness. That's what
Right.
it is.
I mean, it's definitely intentional. And then I noticed it again in this episode when they were playing golf. Like Michelle would have a line, and it wasn't funny, but it was like approaching funny. But then it would just like okay, why don't they cut? Cut, cut, please, cut away.
Yeah.
And as crazy as this is, I think it affects the entire show because everything in Full House feels rushed.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Everything. And as weird as it is, if they cut, I bet you it adds up to 30 seconds, maybe even a minute. That's the line we're looking for. You know,
Right.
one extra line where they're staring at that girl's boobs is well, we didn't get the client, but I did shoot they did resolve it. They did resolve it, guys. Do you remember? They come back in, and I actually thought it was funny. This is one of the things
where
that
he
made me
says like it's
realize
150 over. Or yeah, right. He shot a 150.
He's like, how'd you do? I shot 100.
But even
And
that though,
okay.
like rushed.
Sure.
It goes to your point though. It's
right.
incredibly rushed. That could have been a funny scene of like a montage of him failing in different ways in the golf course. That could have worked with the adults of Jesse and Joey.
Agreed.
That would have been okay.
Like him slicing and him winding up in the water, like driving a golf cart all crazy. Would have been stupid.
But that's not babies.
But that's not babies.
That's not
babies. I mean, I'm not even kidding. I think Michelle is insufferable.
Yeah.
I think those twins who weren't in this episode are insufferable.
Oh, forget about that. They're useless.
Stephanie is a fucking nightmare of a character. And I get it. It's like middle child syndrome.
Yeah, but how long do you have to milk that? It's like it's like 9 seasons.
Stephanie has never once not been an insufferable pain in the balls.
Yeah.
And then DJ, like, I guess the DJ stories are probably the most thought out, but she also is like a real fucking whiner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, DJ always has an unbelievably stupid problem, and I do get it. You know, like I didn't hit puberty until I was 16. You know, like everyone around, I was always the tallest kid in the class. All of a sudden, I was no longer the tallest kid in the class. It makes you feel funny, and I get that. Like it's a real threat, but DJ doesn't ever just handle anything like a human being.
Right. Well, you always bring that up, Greg, is about how nobody handles anything, you know, like an adult or like logically. And DJ's entire character is overreacting to everything.
Everything.
I will say, I feel like kids do that though. And sometimes they can be like
far reserved or removed.
They can blow things out of proportion.
Yeah,
that make no fucking sense at all.
At 14, at 15, but there is some progression of where you learn not to freak out over every small inconvenience to your life.
Right.
You know, it's just there's very little character development with any of these the girls. There really is.
I would say DJ's probably pretty close to like Corey Matthews. They're like about the same age, right? In these shows.
Right.
And the way that Corey navigates things is so different than the way DJ does.
I mean, it's almost exactly the same plot.
Right.
So much similarities, but like,
yes.
One just pauses and realizes his situation and adjusts like humans.
Or gets himself into shit.
Yeah,
like,
right.
A lot of stories of Boy Meets World, he gets himself into trouble because he's doing, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to do this and that. Like in that episode, I'm going to become friends with the bully because that's going to help me. And he gets himself in all this shit. And then Eric's like, what did you do in one day? It's like one afternoon. Like that is a plot. Whereas DJ is just like, people look like the teacher. Like, okay.
A good comparison.
You should be better than that.
That I just thought of is like, you know, you mentioned, Greg, about how much you dislike the children characters in this, right? I mean, compare that to Step by Step, right? Where all those kids, you know, there are obviously weaker links, but like most of them you're excited. Every time I see like JT, I'm super excited. Even Dana, like I like Dana episodes, and I like they're all good, solid, well drawn out characters who evolve over time. These girls are exactly the same. They're just you know.
We watched early episodes, we watched late episodes. I mean, other than an obvious time jump, you know, they're older.
Yeah, physically, the
characters are identical. Mm-hmm. Nothing changes in this show.
Yeah.
It's miserable. I feel like I haven't said this before, but maybe I say it every time. I don't know anymore. This was the closest I've ever come to just not finishing.
Yeah, ending that one.
When DJ got in that phone booth, I was like, I might just tap out. I think they'll understand.
It's gonna happen.
Man, you're getting WCW TF levels there.
Oh no, are we hurting you that bad?
Late era WCW.
Oh no. Yeah. All right, let's move on to Clueless, a show you do like, Greg. Clueless,
Yeah.
Back to School, season 2, episode 1. Cher and her friends are now in high school. Weren't they
Always-
already in high school?
Yeah, right.
She's a junior now.
Well, yeah.
They've specifically said. I think traditionally junior high used to be 9th and 10th grade. High school used to be 10th or 11th
okay,
and
maybe
12th.
they
Right?
So
changed
that's
that?
interesting. That's interesting. Greg, what was it for you? I know you
Okay,
had
so-
like different schools, right? But I mean,
Conceptually, if I
Yeah,
had stayed
right.
in
Yes.
Saratoga,
Yeah.
Middle school was 6th and 7th grade. Junior high was 8th and 9th grade.
Wow.
High school was 10th, 11th, 12th grade.
what about you,
Wow.
Ryan?
High school is 9 through 12 for me.
That's what it was
Yeah.
for me.
My actual the Christian school I did wind up going to, that's what it was. But yeah,
Mhm.
but Saratoga was a little bit different.
We had first through fifth. I went to a very large school district in the area, so we did first through fifth, and
Yep.
then they all brought us together for sixth grade, and then they split us all apart for junior highs for 7 and 8, which
That's
was
weird.
really good. It's good. Way to make your friends and then immediately split you apart.
The new teacher, Mr. Maza, shows up. They expect the new teacher to be very, I don't know, light. He's a great teacher and very friendly, but the first lesson he gives is difficult homework. Oh shit. Everyone has to consider what they'll do in the next 10 years. Cher has terrific ideas for her friends, but she can't figure out what she wants to do for her own life.
Your homework is to figure out a life plan over the next 10 years.
10 years? In 10 years, we'll be 27. Almost old enough to play high school kids on TV.
That is
And that's
very
the episode.
Yeah,
That
right.
is
All
very-
right, next.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Moving
good job.
on.
Yeah,
Very
right.
complicated for what some of this is. The girls begin by picking out clothes for their first day of school. It's a whole soundtrack, very popular music of the
Yep.
time.
Very 90s.
And then they got to beat the evil girl on the first day of school. They have to be dressed better. They make some jokes about Kathy Lee. And then they make jokes about Mike Tyson
Topical.
biting ears. And then a new dad walks in.
Yup. No longer fat dad.
She's like, well, if you know daddy, it's obviously a budget cut, right?
Yeah, I kind of liked it actually.
He lost a lot of weight, and I've had him on a great meal plan, and he
Oh.
looks completely different than the dude
I
from
like
Elf.
that they mentioned it though.
I did
Yeah.
too.
It's
I
very
did
funny.
too.
Very
Yes, that
funny.
is. Very tongue in cheek. They do. This
Very
is the
funny.
first of 2 jokes that they
They
kind
absolutely
Yeah,
nail some
break the
stuff in
fourth
this.
wall.
So good. So dad comes in and he's looking at all the clothes. And I still enjoyed this. He just grabs a bunch of clothes, throws them up there, and is like, just wear this shit. And leaves, and they're like, he's a genius. There's a Jerry Lewis, not even referenced. They show him like his telethon or something
Oh,
is
right,
over,
right,
so
yeah.
that means school's coming back. Of course, this high school has a red carpet entrance to their school.
Super funny.
Yep.
Of course. So everybody comes in, and we get a whole bunch of gym teacher shit. You watched the show, Greg. Do you remember this character being a thing?
Vaguely.
Okay.
I think it is recurring just simply because they
gotta
don't
be.
want to do gym stuff.
Yeah.
And that's funny. That's a joke.
Well, I did
I
enjoy
guess.
that. When we'll get to it, their gym.
Right.
I thought that was pretty funny. So,
This was bad, but that was good. So
Yeah.
the gym teacher was a roadie at Lilith Fair over the summer, and she's back and she's cracking down on gym. I don't know.
Right.
Sean and Murray come in and they do some freestyles, which is fun. The girls come in, they look good, everybody's excited, and then the evil girl Amber says, I need to circle the block, I need to be last. But she goes so long that everybody leaves when she comes out of her car.
I think that's
She
a very
doesn't even
funny
look
joke.
that exciting. She's wearing like
yeah.
flower clothes with like a flower pattern and like a hat. She doesn't look. She looks like she's going to like a Saratoga race course thing.
I want to see more of her though. Like I
Yeah.
want to see more. Like I like her as like the evil, like foil in this thing, who they're also
Sure.
kind of friends with. I kind of dig that. Like I just
They eat lunch with her.
Yeah,
I,
right.
know, I like that they're enemies, but also friends, which
Right.
just feels very high school to me.
Yeah,
It does,
It
right,
actually
right,
works so
right.
well.
and I like the way she approaches like her acting and the way that she interacts with everybody. So very
Yeah.
very funny.
We see Dee, who is Cher's friend, reunite with her boyfriend Murray, who is Donald Faison. but we don't know what they say because the music is blocked because it's real
Thanks,
music.
YouTube.
Bummer.
Yeah.
So they block it.
Thanks for nothing, YouTube, you piece of shit.
Amber is by herself, and Dee and Murray, one scene they reunite, next scene they're fighting, and they actually like, the other characters are like, they're first fight of the year. How many more of these are we gonna have?
We all had friends like that.
Yep.
I think I've brought it up before.
They're very excited to be in the easy teacher class. I had a few of these over the years. We're like, my God, I can't wait to be in this guy's class. Cher says fucking something that pissed me off so much, though. I don't know if it pissed you guys off. She says, finally, a hottie of a teacher. What the fuck?
That was literally the entire premise
of the first episode.
Yeah. You are throwing shade at Greg's favorite guy right now.
Teacher.
Are you dare spit on the legacy of Bronson Pinchot?
Mm-hmm.
You dare?
Kids these days.
Way hotter than whoever this teacher was. Like,
what is
legitimately,
this?
I would say
Yeah,
way
they got
better
us
looking.
fucking goofy looking
Yeah,
also.
right.
So goofy. Come on, Bronson Pinchot. This guy
just three guys talking about how hot Bronson Pinchot is.
He's better than this guy. Come on.
That's all we got. That's this podcast.
I was so angry. I was so angry when it came up. I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
Put some bass
Way
on his
more
name.
angry
Come
than watching Full House. Like, you dare besmirch Bronson Pinchot. Anyway, they have to come up with their life plan for the next 10 years. And then the absolute best joke of all these episodes.
Yes.
The absolute
very, very funny
killer is Dee says, 10 years. We'll be 27. I guess we'll be old enough to play high school kids on TV. An absolute smash.
Excellent joke.
So funny. And
they also all kind of like look at each other for a second, which I like.
They linger on this for a while because they're all
good.
definitely 27, right?
Well done.
They're not 17. Amazing. Hall of Fame line right there. That might be one of the best lines we've had in all these shows. Cher is like helping people with the project, saying like, oh, okay, here's what you would be doing. And they do dream sequences, which is kind of fun.
Maybe it's because Faison is in this. You know, I got a very Scrubs feel to this entire like episode.
I got such a Scrubs feel because the one clip where he's a doctor.
Right, he's a doctor. You're right. Yeah, he's a doctor in that
right.
one. But just like even beforehand, where like the runway thing struck me as very Scrubs like. You know, just a feeling for it, which I can't say I dislike. I like Scrubs a lot. So this was
the coloring of the show almost looks like Scrubs.
It
like
does,
the way it's lit.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of looks like
the way
Scrubs.
It's shot is very similar,
right? And like quick cuts and dream sequences and stuff is very similar.
The use of popular music, you know. So
Scrubs is a very good show, at least for the first 6 seasons or so. There's that weird like where everybody's gone. It's like all interns or something,
right? Like the last season. I never watched.
That was horrible. Sean and Murray, they get their dream sequence where Cher says, "You're famous rappers," and they're fighting because they're wasting all the money on cheeseburgers. Okay. Dee is a plastic surgeon in hers, and Murray, aka Donald Faison, is a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Amber marries Rich. I enjoyed this joke. Amber marries Rich, who's like a dude, and they live in like a trailer park, and they are definitely not rich.
Yeah.
And she's like got curlers in her hair, and the train's going by, and there's a twister, and she's like, I just want to watch my stories. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But Cher can't figure out her own 10-year plan. So we go, and she tells her new dad. Thanks, new dad, who suddenly realizes, oh, my girl's growing up. So we get like a sad song and like the one tear.
Well, the audio was not working for me on this one either.
It mutes because of the song,
which I actually thought was part of it. Like I thought that it was like, it just went silent because he was reminiscing, and then I'm like, oh, never mind, the audio cut.
Yeah, the audio cuts. It's muted. So he cries at her pictures, and then with a tear in his eye, he says, "You need to go figure out what you're good at." We get
good advice, Dad.
He gives terrible advice, and then later he comments. Thankfully, he comments like, "I give terrible advice."
Right. Don't listen to me. That's
gym class. We get crab soccer. And Cher's pretty good. She scores a goal by just like punching it out of the air and blasting it across the court. She says, "What am I good at?" She goes, "Well, you remember where cars are parked." She goes, "That's only important in Seinfeld." Excellent joke.
What a funny joke.
Yeah,
That
it
is
is
so
good.
specific, though.
And
Right.
also like very timely because
Also, like,
right.
what is
Right
the
around the same time.
Seinfeld Clueless like crossover like market?
What the
Like,
hell?
who got that joke at the time?
I don't know, but
Yeah,
I
right.
loved it. I enjoyed the hell
No,
out of it.
As an
Like,
adult in
Yeah.
my late 30s, A+ joke.
Good
Clueless.
job.
Banger,
It was
banger
written
joke.
for 3 guys doing a podcast 20 years later.
Oh, they'll get that someday.
Yeah, right. What's a
Amy Heckerman's
podcast?
like, this joke's going to be real big in 20 years.
Everybody watching Clueless is not watching Seinfeld. Come
Yeah,
on.
right.
Minus Greg, who watched Clueless at the time and also like Seinfeld. There's nobody else that was doing that, right?
I'm a blonde
The pa-
girl at heart.
It's
All right.
honestly like
Yeah, right.
a parent's joke. Like there are definitely a lot of TGIF shows do this where they like nail in a joke to like suck the parents into like, you can enjoy this too. Here's a timely reference. No one else is gonna get. It won't matter to the show, but you'll enjoy it, so you'll keep watching it and you'll keep making your kids watch it. That's exactly what this is. New dad says, "Forget about my crap ass advice. just figure it out yourself." Because before I was a very successful millionaire lawyer, I wanted to be an artist. And my parents said, "Please don't be an artist. Be a lawyer instead."
Not bad advice.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Cher just decides she's not even going to turn in this assignment. Fuck it. Nothing. She gives nothing. She didn't even write this opinion down on paper and be like, your assignment is bullshit. Here's my reasons why. Like nothing. She just nothing. So she says to the teacher when he's like, you didn't turn in an assignment. She's like, well, we need to keep our options open. Think about Suzanne Summers and how she invented the Thigh Master or something. Some Suzanne Summers crossover joke
Hey,
here.
we got a Suzanne Summers appearance, I guess. So,
Counts.
Yeah.
Right.
Fine.
Yep.
Cool teacher says, you're right. And you pass and no one has any grades because I am the easy teacher. Surprise.
Yay.
After that, the girls, Dee and Cher, say like, we don't know what we're going to do in 10 years, but we know we're buds. But in 10 years, we're definitely going to have the same pager number, and we're definitely going to have speed dial, and we're definitely going to have separate phone lines for each other. And we're definitely not going to have any of this shit because the world changes so much. None of this is relevant whatsoever in 10 years.
There's such a small microcosm of time where a pager was a thing.
Yeah.
Like it's you can almost like pinpoint it when it comes up in a movie or
Yes.
TV show.
So they're buds. Song cuts out. We don't know what they say to each other after that because more
Just
muting.
Nothing but
And then
vulgarities.
Dad says, your conversation with me made me try to do some art. So like check out my art. And she looks at it and is like, oh God, he's such a terrible artist. Thank you, Grandma and Grandpa, for fixing this and making it not be his profession.
It doesn't seem that bad.
It's not
Yeah, I
that
thought that art
terrible,
was
but
fine. I
Right.
thought it was going to
Yeah.
be so much worse.
Right.
it's like
right.
a paint and
Seriously, I thought it
sip
was gonna
bowl
be-
of fruit.
Yeah.
That was a weird pass on a joke.
Right. I thought
Like,
it was
it
going to
could
be
have
like a
been
stick
stick
figure.
Could have been
Yeah,
so much
right.
funnier.
Exactly.
It's a
Very
new
weird.
dad, you know. Super weird. Super weird to see the new dad.
Yeah.
But I like how
And
they
he's not
played
a
on
particularly
it.
good actor either.
No, he's
no,
terrible.
He was on. I looked it up. He was on like a soap operas or something like that before he
Oh
was
my
did
God,
this.
he
So, yeah.
sucks compared to the other
Real
guy
bad.
who's
Oh, the other
who's
guy.
an elf who's really good actor.
Oh yeah, he's yeah.
I don't know his
What's
name, but he's in tons
Romeo
of
and
stuff.
Juliet. Yeah, he's in a lot of
great.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so funny. All right. I thought it was not the best episode, but some banger jokes and
Really
some
good jokes.
awesome
Wound up with
jokes.
The last Clueless episode we watched.
Yeah.
This was a totally passable episode of television.
Fine.
It went by quickly. It
Yep.
was
Yeah,
the
fun.
idea that this and that Full House episode were the same length is mind-boggling.
Good point.
That's true because this
All of-
felt like a breeze, and that
Right.
I was checking the time cues on that
Yeah.
Full House every second.
Well, that's because this episode had precision. There was a character with a problem, and
Right.
she worked her way through that problem. And this show is really good at showing character growth. That's like literally the entire show is
Yep.
that Cher is kind of a vapid idiot, but like
Right.
she's got a good heart and she learns a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think the actors and actresses in this show are just substantially better than a lot of
for
other
sure.
shows that were on.
There's
I mean,
some
they're
really
all
good people in here. I
real-
mean, they were movie actors, most of them,
Yeah,
because we
right.
talked about it before. The Clueless movie, they just took everybody from the Clueless movie in except for the
Yeah,
one
and
sheriff.
even-
Except for Alicia
and even
Silverstone.
and
Right.
she's great. Yeah, I mean, the girl who
And
plays
this new
Sherry
one
is
is
very good.
Yeah.
Almost
I mean,
identically as good.
yeah.
And we talked about this last time as well. The production values on this show
Oh,
are through
on-
the fucking
Oh,
roof.
it is
Mhm.
beautiful. Beautifully
It's a
shot.
good looking, well executed show. It
Beautifully
feels like
shot.
it feels like a transition. You know, you talk
Mhm.
about Scrubs or, you know,
Yes.
like this was 1999.
Right, very late TGIF.
You know,
Super
we're,
late. Yeah.
we're
98,
5 years
99,
out from
2000.
Arrested Development, I think.
Yeah.
This doesn't feel like your traditional sitcom, like with a set and all that stuff.
Right.
The
No.
camera moves, the location moves, all that stuff. This feels like a progressive TV show.
Isn't
Right.
the woman who put this together also a movie director? Right. So that's
Didn't
why
she do
it's-
Clueless? Like, I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
yeah,
Like,
the
yeah,
actual
right.
lady who wrote and
She-
directed Clueless,
whoever
who-
whoever directed
the show
Clueless
together.
did this and obviously has abilities and talent.
I think she jumped
Right.
ship quickly, but I know like she did
Probably.
a lot of the first season episodes and stuff
Right.
like that.
And what you can definitely see, it's a project of passion. Like, this person liked these characters, loved these characters that she created, and fleshed them out. Like, she knew them all perfectly. So they present that on the screen a lot better than some of the other episodes and some of the other shows that we watched. So I enjoyed it. I really did.
I did too.
thought it was very good.
Not an all-time banger.
No.
But like once again,
Right.
if it's on,
Yeah.
I'll watch this.
Yeah.
I did when I was 13. I'll do it when I'm 37.
It's also like very interesting to me. Lots of shows on TGIF and other adjacent programs replace people, eliminate people,
Right.
all this stuff. Never ever touch on it ever. And this show is just like, new dad. Oh,
Right.
Isn't that weird?
Right.
Deal
Let's
with
all
it.
pay
We're just-
attention to it. Let's
that
get over
funny?
it. Moving
Let's
on.
move on.
Yeah, I like that.
Nobody else does that.
Right.
Nobody else.
Family
Credit to them.
Matters has a kid go up the stairs and then never come back down
Right,
the
we
stairs.
get a different Harriet, and then Harriet comes back as another character. Like, they never touch any of that shit.
Right.
So kudos to them, at least for that. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, season 5, episode 1. Every which way but loose. After spending the summer trying to get it?
No.
Wait, I
After-
still don't get it.
After spending the summer trying to get over her first love, Sabrina decides to make changes in her life by attending college and living away from home like a normal freshman.
What are you doing here?
I came to party, but I see no signs of bubbly, vivacious co-eds. No offense.
You have no clue what college life is like today.
I come to learn. Teach me the ways of your animal house.
Please.
I get that we watch these out of order. So like,
Sure.
you know, sometimes it can be a little hard to follow.
Yeah, and
But
this
isn't
one's
that-
super weird.
Isn't that literally what the last Sabrina episode we watched was?
What was
The
that? I
last
don't
one
remember
was
now.
it was Harvey had broken up with Sabrina because she
Right,
was
but-
too secretive, but then they get back
yeah.
together. at
This
the-
one? I thought they got back together, but I think
They
this
did,
picks up
and
right
then
where
this-
that left off.
This
Now
is
they're not?
later. This is later.
Did
Oh,
they
it is
do
much
away
later.
with Harvey altogether after this and all the
I
high
was wondering.
schoolers?
It seems like they did.
it's a very
right?
clear cut of like, here
Yeah.
are new characters now.
We got
you
a
know, forget
new,
about the old
a-
ones.
a new hot guy at the coffee shop.
Right, right. And even like the intro
Josh.
doesn't have them in the video anymore. You know, they're all
The
gone.
intro. This is
Oh,
the
that new
the
intro. Weird.
worst. This is the worst intro of all TGIF because she's
Yes.
literally wearing the shit she's wearing in the episode. It's obviously like, oh, we'll just go stand on the steps in a bunch of weird places. We'll grab that and make it weird in the fucking intro, and then we'll do the
Mhm.
show.
This episode and that
Sucks.
intro specifically is
Intro sucks.
cemented in
Sucks.
time.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
God, yes.
Right.
Yeah, the
Like,
outfits and
I don't know what
yeah.
year this
Right.
actually it is. Again, I'm gonna guess 1999.
I think
But
it's
like,
99.
Yeah.
It can exist in 98 and it can exist in 2000. It is
No.
December 18th, 1999.
Smash
Yeah.
Mouth is
Made
just
on that day
blaring
and
on the
is
radio.
cemented there.
Sabrina's in therapy for witches. And she talks about how she's been playing emotional ping pong, trying to get over Harvey.
You're
Absolute.
right, Greg.
Life is strange.
You mean like a bunch of 30-plus-year-olds talking about emotional ping pong and witches.
So Sabrina's
therapy?
in therapy for witches, and now we're just supposed to talk about this. Like, yeah, this all makes sense.
And she's in like therapy with other people,
Yeah,
including her talking cat, who's
Yeah.
also in therapy.
How upset do you think cavemen would be if they saw our lives?
What the fuck are you guys doing?
It's like I wiped my ass with leaves for my entire existence. I never once felt the warmth of a fire. And now you guys are just sitting here with your bottled water talking about a talking cat and witch therapy.
A talking cat, which fucking was great. He was so good. I loved it. Every time he was on screen, I loved it.
Erg has to spend so much time hunting Sabretooth. And look how you waste life. Erg disappointed in ancestor Gerg.
There's actual men who build things, and this is what we do. They build. Someone can go out and build like a fucking.
Think
build
about
a
them in this
house,
moment.
fighting a war. God damn.
But we do it well, gentlemen.
My grandpa wore potato sacks for underwear.
Sorry. Oh God.
Just so his grandson can hate on babies.
Oh fuck! I fought in a war for this.
I think he'd appreciate the freedom he gave you.
I fought the Nazis for this. Oh, God damn. Sorry, grandpas. Salem's upset because he's also upset about Harvey. He feels broken up with the spell. They play a Harvey video. There's a weird thing of him in a dress or something. And then there's a real video of them kissing, and she's like, yeah, I think I'm over him, but Salem's not. So he jumps on the screen and like rips it because he misses his friend. Zelda is measuring Sabrina's room to redecorate it for her for college.
I guess.
He's even going to buy her an inkwell.
Mm.
But then Hilda comes in and says, like, it should be like my dorm room when I was a kid, or when I was in college, when I went to Clown University, not college.
Very heavy-handed joke there.
Yeah, bad all around. They change it a bunch back and forth. Then we see Salem come through the closet. He's been kicked out of therapy and he's in a straitjacket.
That's what they do in therapy, right?
Damn them and their hippie ideals or whatever. Sabrina says, look, I'm going to move out. I'm moving into college. And then Salem yells out, keg party, which is very funny.
I could have written Salem's response and the way that character acts. Well,
yes.
When you told me the premise of this episode, I'm like, I got all of Salem's lines already written down.
Nailed.
I know exactly how he's going to behave. So
he was great. The ants are very worried about her moving to college. Coffee Boy, as he refers to himself, Coffee Boy, the new handsome guy, wants to ask out Sabrina, but she is just not even close to thinking about him. He ruins her day when he says, if you're going to move into a dorm, shouldn't you have signed up for that like months ago? And she never did. So Salem's all excited. He wants to move out. He wants to move to college. He's trying to steal the toaster. Apparently he tried to steal Zelda's hair rollers. She's like, what do you really use them for? And he's like, I bat them around the floor for exercise. It's kind of a funny little bit. Definitely don't wear them. Sabrina has to find an apartment now. And then our next boob joke. We're going to knock on doors. Good thing you have a couple of great knockers right here. And then they look at their boobs and look up and it's like, oops, whoopsies.
At least they're not 14.
They are adults.
I will allow that joke.
I did enjoy this. Creepy ass apartment hunting.
I like this too.
Did enjoy this where they go to various places and it's like, what the fuck am I seeing? I would never live here.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody has a story about a creepy ass apartment they tried to go and tour.
I have almost literally this story.
Yeah, so do
I
I.
got into a
Yeah.
college, like, let's just say I put off applying for colleges. That's a polite way to say it. So I actually got accepted into a college like 3 days before the semester started.
Wow.
And I don't know, I was young. I wasn't really ready for a dorm yet. For some reason, I thought I was ready for an apartment. So I had like literally a day to look for an apartment, and I toured probably like 4 or 5 apartments, and each one was more disgusting than the one before it. And I was like, I think maybe I'm not going to this college. So yes, I feel for Sabrina in this situation
Yes.
of desperately looking for an apartment to go to
Yep.
school.
Yep.
My first apartment with a mutual friend of ours, Drew, and we settled on an apartment. We found a nice one, right? It was right out of college, and we're like, okay, this is fine. And we toured the place probably, I think it was like 3 times before we actually decided to put a down payment on it. And so we got there and we're moving our stuff in, and we go downstairs. It had like a, it was mostly a first floor, but downstairs was where like the laundry was. It had a laundry in the unit. And we go downstairs and we just never noticed, like right in front of you is where the door that goes out to the garage. To the right of you, we just thought it was like kind of a narrow hallway. We kind of looked down when we were actually moving in. It was the largest dungeon I have ever seen in this apartment. It was a massive brick basement that was unfinished with one bulb hanging and flickering by itself. It was like the perfect murder basement. And then we and it was huge. It was like almost as big as like, much of the upstairs. It was crazy.
We used it in a movie we shot.
That's right. I forgot. Yes, you were down there. That's right.
Because that one hanging light bulb was so funny.
And it was like we had nothing down there. We were there for maybe like 2 years, and we had like a Christmas tree down there.
Yeah, there was nothing. Why didn't you guys use that space?
We never did.
You could have played racquetball down there.
Yeah, it was so weird. And nobody mentioned it to us like before, during the tours. Like nobody pointed it out. It was just us to discover.
What's super weird to me is I always just assumed that was the garage, but now that you're talking about it, you're like, you're right. There was no door to it.
Right. It was just a narrow hallway that we just, for some reason, both of us just blanked and thought it ended there. And it just kept going.
Weird.
That's funny.
Wow. Mine is after college, my wife was not from here, so she was moving here for a job. And her job started in like a couple weeks, so it was like a quick turnaround. And so we spent a whole day apartment hunting, like her parents, going around the whole area. And we went to many apartments and they all sucked, but 3 stand out to me. One had a big old shit stain on the middle of the floor, like a massive shit, like brown ass stain. And so we go in, and the dude, his son lived downstairs and this apartment was upstairs. So we get in there, and he spent the entire time ignoring the shit stain and talking about, well, my son parks in the driveway, so you gotta not park in the driveway. And we're like, oh yeah, we got it. Just staring at the shit stain on the ground, like, what the fuck? And he's like, seriously, my son parks in the fucking driveway. Like, he would not give up this driveway thing. We're like, we got it. You got a shit stain in the middle of the floor though that we need to have an explanation about. And we're just like, what is that? Are you planning on cleaning that? He's like, no, but my son is definitely he's got a truck and he parks in that driveway. I'm like, okay. So we left.
Oh my God.
Went to another one, and it was a house.
Also a shit stain.
A shit stain in the house. We're at the front door, right? So we go to the front door, meet this lady who's showing the apartment. She's like, oh, this is the apartment. I'm thinking like, oh, this isn't too bad. Like, it's a house in a neighborhood or whatever. Probably just 1 floor or whatever. It sounds fine. She goes, it's around back. Oh, okay. So we walk through a gate, down a little field area, go in the back. It's like somebody's basement. So there's there's no like, no mailbox, no nothing. You're just like around back in somebody's house. We go in, we're looking through it, and I'm like, this is really weird. This is not good. And then I go to the fridge, and every place I open the fridge to be like, is this clean?
Yeah, right.
I open the fridge. It was like rancid disgusting. I don't know what was left in there. It's just like
Oh.
immediate smell. I just shut the door. I'm like, we gotta go right now.
God.
We gotta go right now. They're like, oh, we're looking at the place. Nope. Anyway, so I'm like, we gotta get out of here. And they're not like getting the signals. I'm like, go. We gotta go.
It's
And
worse
then
than the shit stained place.
she finally comes over and I just opened the door. So she's standing right there. I just opened the door silently. And she's like, oh my God. I just shut it. I'm like, let's get out of here.
Mhm.
So we leave and we go to the last place. And it was like the floors were all crooked and stuff. I'm like, oh, this is weird. And then I go to like check the back door. It's propped open with a propane tank.
Oh my God.
Like every apartment is the worst. Every place is horrible. She's never gonna move here. But eventually we figured it out.
It's
Terrible
hard to find apartments now.
Oh God, yes, absolutely.
The last
Thankfully,
time it was so
Jeff
hard, I was like,
Goldblum-
"I'm fuck it, I'm just buying a house." I'm like, it's easier to buy a house than it is
So
to buy
much
an
easier
apartment nowadays.
I mean, it's
Right.
a fucking nightmare to buy a house, but yes, easier.
Tell me about
Right.
it.
The process.
The process is fucking
Eventually, this will change.
Yeah,
behind
I was
my
gonna
back.
say something, but I feel
Speaking
like I
of
say something every
nightmares,
episode.
Mark is still in the same place.
Still the same place. To be fair, I could have done it at the new place. The internet is hooked up there. So
All right.
we're up and running. So
Oh.
yeah, it should be. Well, I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, don't jinx it.
Don't promise
Nope,
anything.
nope.
Never how it works.
Anyway, the aunts were crapping on these apartments on purpose. So Sabrina gets real pissed. She goes home and says, like, you guys are you're assholes for doing that. And then school calls and they say, you're in. Salem says, I can't wait. And she goes, Salem, we got to talk. Most people don't bring a talking cat to school. And he goes, well, it would give you a clear advantage in life if you had a talking cat.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
like,
good points.
you can't come. And he says, don't leave me with these wretched goddesses. When they look at him. We meet Morgan, the new RA, and she calms the parents down. So it's like, I'm here all the time. Everything will be fine. But then
Who
it's
is Amber from
Yes,
Clueless.
right. It
Yeah,
is, right?
Right. It is.
I think
Yes,
so,
it's-
yeah.
Yeah. It's
The
same
funny
actress.
character.
Yeah. Right.
She's like, I'm gonna, I'm like another mom. And then the second they leave, she's like, I'm on a date. I'm out of here.
Funny.
Like every RA you ever know.
Yeah. I like it.
Seems super into it. And then, behind closed doors, they're just fucked up as you are. Sabrina's like, this is a nice house. I'm gonna have a dance party.
How is it not Smash Mouth?
I don't know. Then Punky Brewster walks in and
Yeah,
says, what the
right.
fuck are you doing in my house?
the minute she walks in, I'm like, Punker, what the fuck is she doing here?
So she comes in, grown up Punky Brewster, and says, like, I'm serious and I don't like jokes of human beings. You're sleeping on the couch. I'm sleeping in my own bedroom. And then another roommate comes in. And he's like the philosopher roommate, like trope. And he's like, oh, like there's other forces out there, man. Like he smokes a lot of weed and does LSD or whatever. And then she's like, yeah, what about witches? And he's like, oh, that's for kids. That's bullshit. And she's like, oh, all right. And then he goes away. That's it.
It's like a parade.
Yeah.
The ants are sad. They have no Sabrina. Salem pops in and says, it's time to party. Teach me the ways of your animal house. And then she says, you can't use magic. And he says, I mean, you should use magic. You're a witch. Just fucking use magic. What's wrong with you? And she says, fine, I will. And then shoots him back to the ant's house. Then that was fun. Then the ants come in and they pretend they're the waffle maker and the tea kettle to spy on her.
Didn't land.
Where she so bad. She's calling them as they're doing it, and then they give her advice, and she confronts Punky Brewster, says, let me have this room. And it's like, I'm asleep. And she's like, no, you're not. I'm coming in. And then they hash it out because Punky Brewster wants a weird roommate. And Sabrina's like, I'm as weird as it gets, without saying that she's a witch.
That's
yeah.
I feel like that's wrong. Like even weird people don't want weird roommates. You
Right.
want quiet roommates.
Yes.
Right.
The
Ones
most
that don't
favored
talk to
roommate
you.
you can get is a quiet and who never talks to you. That's
Right.
wonderful. So,
Yes.
I appreciated that we got Punky Brewster and Melissa Joan Hart here. I mean, they're both good actresses, so it's
Sure.
a little change of pace. So They both know what they're doing, so I like that.
It's interesting. Salem comes back in again. He gets blasted away again, and then Sabrina shows up as a blender, and they say the terrible joke about like glad she's blending in, and that's how the episode ends. So there's like
We didn't need that sting.
some good stuff in here, but some fucking
the joke sucked.
Absolute shit stuff in here.
I kind of want to see more of like this late era Sabrina. Just because it's so, I just don't remember this part of it at all.
Right.
So it feels like almost like a brand new show to me. So I don't know. I kind of want to get a little bit more. Jokes did not land. It was very unfunny.
I thought Salem was good.
Like,
Salem
he's
was
always
good.
be prison or UPN prison or something.
Oh right, where they kicked him
been.
off TV or yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it ever was or not, but this feels like
it feels
we need
different.
to appeal to a different crowd.
Right.
Let's get in on that.
The outfits
One
though
Tree
took
Hill
me.
action.
The outfits took me back, man. Some of the stuff that everybody was wearing, very high school for me. Yeah.
This is TRL, the TV show.
So much so. Now that you say that, it is.
Yep.
I thought this was pretty bad.
Not the best.
Salem's very, very funny.
Everything really
else I could
always
pass on.
He really brings this up quite a bit.
Yes. I don't know. For a show about fantastical magic, they sure are stupid.
Hijinks.
Right.
I mean, it's one thing if you're trying to make, like, if the premise of the show is like, we have to blend in, which I understand they try to do, but that is not the premise of the show. The premise of the show is that Sabrina is learning how to be a witch. Then, like,
right.
When Salem's like, why don't you use witch power? She needs, it's not, no, I can't. It's good idea.
Right.
I should ask how to be a witch here.
You're also like your classic, like, bewitched angle where she tries to do something and it fucks up in her face, and that's funny.
Right.
And like that could have worked.
She doesn't do in this episode.
No, not at all. Like, change her roommate into a goody two shoe or something like that, and then find out that like you can't fuck with people.
Change her into Punky Brewster or something. That'd be funny.
I don't know. This whole thing rubbed me the wrong way.
It was
also compared to, we just watched Clueless. This show feels so low budget, and it kind of always has. That's sort of part of its appeal. In fact, I even think I praised it a long time ago.
You have
right.
But now, if they're not, this didn't feel like a kid's show to me. Whereas previously, it felt like a kid's show. This felt like every other young adult show.
Right.
And it just.
Yeah.
I can't say anything good about this that isn't Salem related.
There is a very clear delineation in this episode from the other Sabrina episodes we've seen. Like I said, it feels like a different show altogether. And maybe that would make sense if they were on another network, but I kind of am curious to see where they went with this. If it went a more like, like teen drama, or if they kept up like the goofiness of it all, like the whole, like them showing up in the blender and the toaster. That was horrible. That was just it's
so bad.
I can't imagine how that's funny in any level.
What season was this? Did either
5? Season 5, I believe.
Okay, I'm trying to find out when this was.
Yeah, I'm curious because like it did have a different vibe to it altogether.
It went to the WB in 2000.
There you go. That makes a lot of sense now.
There you go.
A lot of sense.
That explains it all.
It really does.
Clarissa explains it all.
Right. Totally different feel.
Wow, I fucking nailed that.
Damn, you're good at this podcasting thing. You know what?
You should
Your
do this
caveman ancestor. So proud of you right now.
All right, it's pretty good.
You're my boy, Erg.
Never mind. It was worth it.
I respect you.
Greg respects ancestor Erg more than his dad.
Greg's dad. We'll get back to Greg's dad someday. He's gonna be a guest on this show at some point, I think.
Yeah, it's safe because he can't figure out podcasts. So
there you go.
We don't. That's right. I forgot. We don't want him to know, but maybe you can just give him a list of questions and get his responses.
Oh, my dad,
this is
dad's hysterical.
This is for a newspaper article that you'll never read.
This is for a newspaper article. It's in a different language. You can't read it. In Hebrew.
Magazine went out of business. Just answer these questions for me.
Chip and Dale, who's that again? A lot of questions on Chip and Dale.
My dad's a character.
Oh my God. Hanging with Mr. Cooper. School's a Drag. Season 2, episode 3. Mark gets in an accident with the school's driver's ed car, even though is that true?
Super weird.
Guess it's
Yeah,
true.
This whole premise is peculiar.
And
Completely not what most of the story's about. So
Right. He fears
Oh, yeah, you're right.
the new principal, PJ, may discharge him or fire him, I guess.
Relax, Geneva. I know this school is different from the one you taught in Georgia, but you'll do just fine. The kids will love you. Oh, yeah, you'll need this.
A whistle? Mark, I'm teaching music, not gym.
Standard issue. Screaming for help only excites the kids. Hey, Phil, how you doing? How's the wife and kids?
That is Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Now, this is only the second one we've seen, but we get Raven Simone in here.
Yeah, right.
We're on to a more modern look.
Yep.
There's no stand-up comedy at the beginning this time. There's a much more TGIF theme song, which is worse, if you ask me.
That's
Way
the one I
worse.
remember, though. That is
downvote.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one that is in my head all the time when I think
It's
of the show.
a decent song, but I just love that.
Yeah, the first one was great.
That first one is just fun. I don't know why. So Mark says there's a new principal. His cousin is in town, who's the mother of Raven Simone.
Right, she's replacing the other
replaced the
person.
other-
Who
Yeah.
lived with
This
him.
is only one season later, right?
Yeah, right.
It
So
is.
they made a lot of changes really quick.
So many changes.
They got fucking War Machine in there.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Random Don Cheadle shows up.
2 awesome guest stars.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
So Cooper is showing around his cousin, who's the new music teacher.
I
Geneva?
don't think
It's
that's
not
right.
Geneva, but it's something like that.
Right.
Oh,
But
hold
she's
on, I'll look it up.
very, very,
She's
like kind of like
cool.
fish out of water. Like she's
Yep.
from Georgia, I think. And there's a couple
Right.
jokes about that. Like she's in the, big city now. I guess.
Right. So then we meet a vice principal, Thaddeus White, who she seems to have a crush on, but Mark, Mr. Cooper, is like,
Yeah.
that guy's a fucking dickhead. Stay away from him.
I kind of liked him
And
too.
That was fun. I
Yeah.
enjoyed their interplay.
All right. Good banter.
It was
He
Geneva.
says,
Oh, there
was
you
it
go.
Geneva? Oh, okay.
Man, Greg's on fire. Ergus, thumbs up
Nailing
all the
it.
way for
Nailing it.
Erg.
WB Network. You got it. So Thaddeus says, Mr. Cooper, I've got your fall schedule. You are fucked. I have screwed you. This is the greatest day of my life. You are
liked
now
it.
the driver's ed teacher.
Yeah, I liked all that.
Mark's like, no, come on. What happened to the old driver's ed teacher? And he's like, he's still injured from the accident that the kids got him in before. And he's like, he's still milking that injury. And then a dude comes around in a full body cast and like, hello, sir. Obviously being that guy. Peaches comes in. Mark's like, hey, it's Peaches. What are you doing here? Some like old friend of his.
Right. It's like his
Cool.
sister's best friend. Like,
Is
like
that
she
what
used
it
to-
is?
Yeah, it's his sister's best friend. Yeah.
Okay, so she shows up and he's like, you look better. And like insults her every which way. You look like you lost some weight. Nice haircut. Like everything is just terrible. And then she's like, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this. The new principal is coming, and everyone thinks the new principal is an asshole. And so he's like, we got to get in good with the new principal. We got to get in good with the new principal. So he does all these things. And then she says, I'm the new principal, by the way, and go fuck yourself. Basically, you're in deep shit now. Stop calling me Peaches. And I forget why he calls her Peaches, but it's not nice.
Right.
And she says, beyond you insulting me, I hate the way you teach. Wow.
Damn.
The kids love you too much. You're too much of a player's coach or whatever, if you will. And then she says, if you get on my nerves, it's 3 strikes and you're out. And then he says something and she's like, strike 1, like right off the bat. He's that close to getting fired. Cooper does driver's ed and has the kids carry his bumper into the school because they smashed the bumper off.
Omar Gooding smashed the bumper.
Right. Omar Gooding's in here. Did
Yep.
you guys do driver's ed? How did that work? Your driver's ed class or just learn on your own?
I had a teacher, but it wasn't affiliated through the school. Like that did exist. Like you could take driver's ed after school and go through that avenue. But my parents just paid for like some private teacher to do, I remember like it being like very short and then getting through like the whole test very quickly and then getting my, like, there wasn't like this big moment like you ever see in TV shows and movies. When I was growing up, I expected like this big, like, dramatic thing where I was going to get my license, and it was like over in like a month, 2 months. I got my license and it was over. I'm like, oh, fair enough.
My father was actually a driver's ed instructor.
Wow.
He was a teacher, and
so he's a real Mr. Cooper here.
He basically did the Mr. Cooper thing. However, he was not particularly patient with me. He took me out once, didn't go great. He took me out a second time, and I distinctly remember the very quiet drive home. And then when we parked in the driveway, he said, "Your mom's gonna have to do this."
Wow.
And she did.
Ouch.
Yeah. He never took me driving again. So.
Ouch.
You broke your own You're a driver's ed instructor.
Okay, so
completely different than when it's your kid. Like I
would like to be very clear that my father and I get along very well. I love my dad. So all the time. But my dad, so I have ADD, like pretty bad, and it's the biggest reason why I was so shit at school. But my dad was a special ed teacher, like specializing in ADD. And he had literally no patience for me.
Can't recognize it in his own kids.
You're professionally trained at dealing with kids like me. Why are you always yelling at me?
Oh my God.
It's like, you want me to sit down? I can't sit down, and you know this.
Our classroom is our house. You see this 24/7.
What you do there, do here.
Right.
Because he and I would just get into screaming matches about my homework all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like and now as an adult, he's like, "Man, I really wish we got you treated for that." It's like, yeah, probably
Thanks.
that.
Yeah,
that would have been good.
I mean, I don't know. I'm successful and I'm happy.
Yeah,
so
it's all good.
I'm not on medicine or anything. Like maybe I should be, but maybe him making me persevere through it as a kid helped me now as an adult. But like at the same time, I feel like I would have been a lot happier as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I hated school.
Makes sense. I took proper driver's ed.
Did you?
Yep.
Was it affiliated through the school or?
It was. Yep. And it was pretty normal, but except for we did get in an accident.
Of course. Yep.
We were one day we were practicing K turns where you have to do the go forward, stop, turn around.
Yeah.
And some kid did the old 90-year-old granny drive through a Rite Aid move and blasted into the school fence when he thought he was in reverse. He's doing the whole look back deal, I'm all good. It's all good. I'm gonna ace this class. Blam! Smash into a fence.
Oh my God.
Everybody was all freaked out. It was fucking hysterical after. I'm glad I'm all right. And I was in the back seat and everybody's fine, but that was fucking funny.
I do remember for my actual driver's license test, where they actually take you out in the streets. I was in the place around here called Mechanicville, and there's a lot of four-way stops, a lot of long stretches of road, a lot of railroads you have to cross.
Yep.
So I literally pull out of wherever we started, and I take one left, and in the middle of the road on the railroad is a car on fire. And the instructor just goes, "Get around that any way you want. I won't take any points."
The test is on pause.
Yeah.
Please just get away from that. Turn around. Do a very dangerous U-turn. Please just get away from that. I don't want to die.
I respected him for just letting me figure that one out by myself.
All right, so Cooper's car gets smashed. He brings his bumper in. We then see Nicole and Vanessa hanging out, and we see. Go ahead.
Hand up.
So I'm sorry. Let me just. I know you're explaining this, but you just casually pass over Cooper's car gets smashed.
Right.
But the thing is, the whole premise of this episode is that Mr. Cooper takes the driver's ed car home.
Yes, I'm getting there.
Why was he using his car?
He wasn't. He was using the driver's ed car, which smashed into his own car, parked.
Oh,
that's what happened.
Thank you. Okay.
And the driver's ed
Thank
car
you.
was in better shape than his own car, so that's why he takes the driver's ed car home.
I see. Okay.
Even though it's not
did
allowed.
not make sense to me, but I get it.
This
now.
car is
Thank
fucked
you.
up and either has to go to the mechanic or whatever. He can't drive. That's why. So he takes the driver's ed car home, which he shouldn't have done, but he has no other way of getting home. And the principal's coming over to hang out. So he's like, holy shit, I'm already on strike 2. I gotta fucking hide this car now. So he goes outside to hide it, and the principal walks in and he's like, don't worry about the car out there. And she's like, what are you talking about? You're so fucking weird. There's no car out there. The car is gone. And he's like, okay, great. I'm just crazy. And then you like, oh shit, the car got stolen.
I appreciate him, like, you know, in that time casually going through. It's like, oh yeah, there's no car. Yeah, that's weird. And the minute the door closes, like, oh shit, the car got stolen.
Fuck, it's stolen. Don Cheadle comes in.
Yeah,
Don
sure.
Cheadle walks
Why
in.
not? Don Cheadle.
Benny, I think is his name.
Yeah, right.
Benny comes in, Don Cheadle, and he's like, I got this pizza for you. And he's like, great. Have you seen my car? And he's like, oh, you mean that other car? Yeah, I took it. He's like, you stole my car? Yeah, need to get pizza. Oh, okay, great. At least I know where it is. And he's like, yeah, there's a problem though. I clipped a lawn jockey in someone's front lawn and the owner wants to sue, but I didn't give my name because I have the license of an old nun and not a man. I'm Sister Mary Catherine or whatever on my license, and I don't actually have a real license, so I gave your name, Mark, so he's gonna sue you. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he's like, I brought you pizza.
Thanks, Don Cheadle.
Okay, Don Cheadle. So he has to go to the school and cut this dude off so he doesn't get fired by the principal.
Right.
So he talks to Geneva and it's like, you need to pretend to be the principal and like charm this dude. And she says, no, I'm not doing that. So Mark has to do it. So instead of just being a dude, he dresses in drag to pretend to be the principal.
Seemed unnecessary, but
it seems
whatever.
A little unnecessary. So he dresses in drag and meets with this guy who is
goddamn BP Richfield from Dinosaurs, Sherman Hemsley. You goddamn right. He is
Sherman.
Awesome.
Sherman comes Walker in hand, comes in. And the joke is, of course, he finds Mark Curry attractive and he's like, I'll make this go away if you go on a date with me / let's bump some uglies.
Right.
And Mark says, okay, well, I don't want to do that, but I'll offer you $42.50 for your troubles. And he's like, no, I'd like a date instead. And he's like, all right, $200. And he's like, just take me on a date and then we'll call it even. And he's like, okay, I guess I'll have to do this date now. So he has to go on a date in drag with Sherman. Raven Simone says she has a bad dream. She thought her family was super weird and everyone was making fun of her. And as she's telling her mom that, Mark walks through in drag. He's like, all right, don't look at me. I got to go on. I'm going out.
Yeah, I'm going out.
Funny. That was funny.
Yeah.
They go to karaoke night, drag Mark. He walks out of the men's room and meets Sherman, and Sherman thinks nothing of this and does like full sexual assault creep on him.
Total sexual assault.
Total creep. And he says, you just need to sign this release form. Then the principal walks in and it's a very funny scene where Mark in drag dances with Sherman to try to keep them from seeing each other, and it is very, very funny.
Some of the best physical comedy we've seen outside of Perfect Strangers. Like very well done.
So funny. And
also like I don't think we talked about it. Nell Carter is the principal who was huge, like Tony, award-winning Broadway musical star.
Sings.
Right, and she's singing the karaoke. And when I first saw her, I'm like, there's got to be an angle where they get her to sing something. And in the first episode I see her and they get her to sing. So,
of course.
Yeah.
Very funny.
When you got him on there, it's just, might as well. It's like Oz had Rita Moreno sing. Oz, a show strictly about prison rape, like 95% of the time, had a musical episode because Rita Moreno was on the cast.
Oh my God, it's funny. It's pretty funny. This brought me to. Have you ever done karaoke, or do you do karaoke?
Oh, I have a go-to karaoke song.
I was gonna say.
The Verve Pipe's Freshman.
Good one. Good.
It's the Freshman by Verve Pipe. It is
nice.
I will belt that
we
motherfucker.
Were nearly freshmen.
You got it. For the life of me. Can't beat it, baby.
What? You
got Greg, you used to do karaoke, right? You used to
host
stuff,
karaoke,
right?
Yeah. Me and Ty, we used to host karaoke. Boy,
and I think I've asked you at one point,
experience.
What is the one song every girl took a crack at? Because I think I know what you're
So I mean,
Toxic, Britney Spears.
No, there's two.
Okay.
One of them happens to be my least favorite song of all time, anyway. But hearing it sung out of key for every Saturday for a year,
oh God,
was "Zombie" by the Cranberries.
Zombie. Oh God.
I mean, legitimately, I despise that song.
How often would it come up in a night?
Every weekend. I mean, I heard it every weekend. So it's important to know that we were doing karaoke at the diviest of dive bars. It was bar at a bowling alley. Like
quality.
it was not like we had a lot of people, but we had several regulars. So the same girl would come up and sing "Zombie."
Wait a minute. So she would do it the same girl would sing the same song every single week?
Every single week. That's every person. That's every person. And then the other all-time worst karaoke song is "Bring Me to Life" by Evanescence. Another legitimately bad song anyway.
Yeah.
But sung out of key, so much worse.
I gotta figure Piano Man's got to be up there for dudes, right? Like I feel like you probably hear that one a lot, or Journey.
Journey. I was gonna say Journey.
A lot of Eagles, because anybody can sing the Eagles, but the problem with the Eagles is, one, they suck, and two, every one of their songs is 12 minutes long.
Oh God.
It just never ends. And and the Eagles are one of those like 70s bands that just keep saying the same thing over and over and over again.
Right.
Like it's not like the last half of the song has new lyrics. It's just the same thing, but with more chords.
Wow.
It's miserable. Yes, absolutely. But my personal go-to karaoke song is "Wonder Boy."
Yeah,
that's an
good one. Good one.
Yeah, Ty and I do it together, and we fucking kill it.
That's awesome.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I have two karaoke things. Number one, I had to do this national anthem contest. It's not karaoke, but I had to do this national anthem thing for the local baseball team one year. I think it was like 3 years in a row. At Crossgates Mall, the local mall, it was open national anthem tryouts.
Oh no!
With judges,
no prelims, huh?
No prelims, and it was. I swear to God, the national anthem. One year I counted it 93 times in a row. 93 times in a row.
Horrible.
The same fucking song.
The best people in the world can't sing the national anthem.
It was brutal, and it was anybody who could be in the mall could do it.
The mall, so it's not like the acoustics are any good.
Oh
so you just
get it was in that echo chamber.
Yes,
by like the pretzel.
I know. I know exactly where it was too. Yep.
Yes, in that pretzel area where they do everything. 3 years in a row, 93 fucking national anthems every year.
That Apple store was so fucking pissed.
Brutal. Oh, it was one of the
cookie
worst.
place is just up in arms.
Oh, the Orange Julius. It was right by the Orange Julius.
They're already miserable.
Furious.
I love Orange Julius, but I've never once gotten a smile at that one.
Furious.
You know what though? Honestly, I'm thinking about this, right? If you were at, doing that whole thing with 93 people singing the national anthem, if somebody threw in like the Canadian national anthem, would you usher them to the finals like automatically?
So there were
Insta-win.
two people did God Bless America, and I fucking hate that song.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is great. They're gonna win because it was the only different one. You could do it one or the other.
Sometimes
Who
you got to
was
be different.
voting? Who was in charge?
It's like
of who won?
celebrity voters. It was like the News Channel 13 meteorologist or whatever.
Steve
Like not
Caparuso.
actual
Steve
singing.
Caparuso.
Yeah, it was like Cap and those kind of guys. Like
Noted national
yeah,
anthem.
noted singing fucking pundits. My go-to karaoke song is "You Lost That Love and Feeling"
Oh,
Oh yeah.
from
All
Top
right.
Gun.
Yeah.
Because of that scene in Top Gun.
We should all go do karaoke when the microphones won't kill us.
Yeah,
We should.
right.
I did it twice. Once I did it in actual like band class in high school because band teacher was a fucking dick, and I just said to everybody like as we were walking in, like, what if we just sang that song from Top Gun and just sang it over and over and over again until so we did that. We were fucking dicks. And then I was like, oh, I know that song so well. I was at a wedding once and somebody like blindly signed me up for karaoke without me knowing.
Okay, that's kind of a good
And-
prank. I like that.
That is a good
And
one.
so I was like, Righteous Brothers, I'm gonna do it.
There you go.
I went up there and sang it, and it's one of those songs where I know at the time I knew all the words, so I didn't need the screen. So I was literally going into the crowd, Top Gun style, across the bar, like,
Awesome.
sing with me, weirdos. And they were all like hillbillies. So they're like, so you must be like one of those gays or something. I'm like, no, I just really like Top Gun.
About time was seeing you in the
Yeah.
flesh.
So yeah, it didn't go well. I was like doing the whole thing where you stick the mic to somebody else and they're just like,
Nothing.
no, wearing camo and stuff. Like,
Nah.
Oh
come
my God. All
on.
right. I know we're so derailed, but I'm
Go
going to tell you
ahead.
this anyway. This
Yeah.
is my all-time favorite karaoke prank. I started it myself, but eventually I got my friends roped into it. So I really like the song War Pigs. by
Oh,
Black
great.
Sabbath.
Yeah, right.
So I'll do War Pigs. But here's the thing. War Pigs is 8 minutes long. And there is a 5.5 minute guitar solo in the middle. So what we do is during the guitar solo, we talk about our incredibly shitty days. Just like all the things that get you during the week. That's the time to let them out. And my buddy Asa, he takes it to the extreme. He is so fucking good at it. Like that guitar solo is so long and he is so miserable. It is just, I mean, it brings the entire bar down.
Oh my God.
It's classic.
That's fantastic.
My original theory, the reason I did that was because I was at a busy karaoke bar and I wanted to maximize my time. It's like, I'm only going to get to sing one song tonight, so I'm going to pick the longest fucking song I know.
Tremendous.
So good. So Mark dances with Sherman, and he's so tall, and Sherman's so short.
It's
very
funny. Yeah, it's
Sherman
very good.
pulls the wig off and says, "You dropped your weave." I thought was funny. And the principal's like, I think you dropped your hair, and she sees him and it's like, what the fuck is going on? You've done nothing but been a problem to me. Explain everything for real. You're out here dressed up as B. Arthur. What the fuck are you doing? Nice B. Arthur joke.
Yeah.
Loved it. So he explains everything, and she finally understands that like he loves to teach and he's trying to protect himself. So that's why he did all this stupid shit. And so she's like, oh, okay, I finally get it. You're fine.
I thought the joke too, right before he like explains everything, he pretends like he just woke up. Like I think that was pretty funny
very
too.
funny joke.
Yeah, right.
Where am I?
Yeah,
Mark, that is my name.
that's right.
How did I
Right.
get here?
We know each other, don't we? Say more. Say more. That
So
was funny.
Yeah.
She says basically like, you're fine, don't worry about it, I get it now, but also like if you ever have to dress and drag again, like wear pants. It's creepy, which is weird. She like makes fun of his knees. Is that what she does?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Maybe that's code.
Could be. The family goes
You can
home.
see your knees, Mark.
Shit.
Oh, lower that skirt. The family is at home watching home videos, because Vanessa was talking about how this sucked. I hated it. She was like, this is how you beg for money or something. I don't know. From your dad. So they were watching home videos and everyone's just like, we're all going to bed. Fuck this. Basically. Except for Don Cheadle, who's still there. And he goes, okay, great. When do we get to the part where you get naked on this thing? He says that.
It's a children's
like it's a porn.
thing.
Right.
Bad form, Don.
And then Don won an Academy Award for that role.
Then he goes to bed on the couch, and there's like another scene we don't even need where he takes his boots off, and then Mark Curry comes back out, and he's like, or Mr. Cooper comes back out, and he's like, "What does that smell? It's your disgusting feet. Put your boots back on, you gross fucker." And then he goes back to bed.
Hey, listen, Mark watches Oprah naked on that bed or on that couch.
Yeah, we can't have two naked guys on this couch. Come on. That was Mr. Cooper.
Game. Let's play a quick game with this. So
All right.
we have guest star Don Cheadle on this episode.
Yep.
Big movie star now.
Incredible star.
So, what's Don Cheadle's role in this episode?
Bum friend, but he's like a
friend.
Yeah, bum who used to be friends with Mark.
Right.
Yeah. Now he sort of like the Waldo Faldo.
Yeah.
role,
Right.
Kind of,
the idiot. Right.
I want to say the DJ Jazzy Jeff role. Right.
Sure.
And we saw the first episode of this and we didn't see this character, right? But you assume they changed out the Geneva, that maybe Don Cheadle's a new character, right?
Right. And the principal says, "You're still hanging out with him?" She like makes a comment about it, like him, like
they're longtime friends. Yeah.
How many episodes? Here's the game. How many episodes do we think best friend to Mark Curry Don Cheadle's in?
We already know the answer because we looked it up before he came on.
Come on.
Two episodes.
Ruined the game. Yes.
Here's the thing. Did you read the summary of the episode that he's in?
No, not the other one.
What do we got?
Okay, so first episode that Don Cheadle's in, bum friend. Second episode, this is 9 episodes later. Guest star Don Cheadle plays a reputed African prince who Vanessa plans to marry.
Whoa.
Mark offers his opinions.
What? That's so weird.
Betty, what are you doing?
He became an African prince.
He's a Nigerian prince.
Don Cheadle's great, so I can see them being like one off Don Cheadle and be like,
yeah,
he's actually
why
really
would they give him
good.
so much screen time as best friend
Right.
just to bring him back 9 episodes later as an African prince?
Maybe he didn't test well. Maybe like this, the first episode
maybe.
of like a launch. Maybe like the people didn't like the character.
I did not like this character.
No, neither did I. It did not land.
Seemed, I don't know,
forced.
Stereotypical seems like the word for it, but I don't know if that's correct.
Well, I wonder if because we've seen Don Cheadle do all this other stuff and be like incredible, and he's just like this boring dude who brings pizza who's an idiot.
So Ryan and I off air were looking at like what Don Cheadle was doing around this time. And it was like that stereotypical like mid-90s don't know what to do with this black actor type of stuff. He was like thug number 2. He was a con man, right? He was all these
con man.
Right. All these very generic stupid roles, which is what they kind of shoehorned even amazing actors in. Just because honestly, it's just that's the roles they could get at the time, which is sad. But maybe they tried to do that with him. It had to be like kind of a con type of character, and obviously it just didn't work, and they just moved on from it.
There's one show he's literally named Con Artist.
Yeah, right.
That's his name. That's the character's name.
Boogie Nights was 4 years after this.
Right.
That's kind of his big break.
Yep. We were talking about that too.
What a good fucking movie. This episode was fine.
Fine.
I think Mark Curry's really funny.
Oh my god, him with Sherman Hemsley, like I said, that was
Very,
the
very
best
funny.
physical
So
comedy we'd seen.
He has so much charisma.
Yes.
Like I want to see a show with him in it, but everyone around him is a big fucking dud.
Yeah,
a lot of zeros around him. It's almost like this thing, like this accident, should have happened like the first minute, and we get the whole show of Sherman and him. That would have been so much better.
Right.
Every time the two of them are together, it's fantastic.
Very funny. Yep.
All right. Final one. Boy Meets World. Back to School, the number. Season 2, episode 1. Corey tries to avoid the difficulties of transitioning into high school.
Okay, I'm here for homeroom, I'm here for English, and I'm here anytime you just want to talk.
Cool.
Did I say you could talk?
I thought so.
You trouble, Matthews? You the guy who's gonna bring down the new teacher?
No, sir, that would be Sean.
No,
I
Matthews,
mean
no. Good man, good man. Sean. Wait, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Now, if Sean is real trouble, Sean is really gonna try to avoid making eye contact with... Hi, Sean.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Even though it's not high school, it's junior high.
That was weird. Because,
7th grade.
Right. It's like, but that school has like 7 through 12, I think.
I guess.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that,
once because
maybe that means high school?
the older kid, right, was like a senior. They make a mention of that because it talks about taking his SATs finally. Although that would have been one. Yeah, right. That might have been 11th, but still.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's into high school. The parents are so fucking weird on the show. After rewatching it, it's like
His dad's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
his dad's
right.
weird. He's such a weirdo.
I kind of like his
Yeah.
kid sister being like really fucking vulgar and like
Yeah,
foul
very
mouth.
funny.
Yeah, I like when she swore
we
that
laughed
one
at it
time.
the first time, right? And then it's like we watch more episodes. Like I guess that's the character. I don't remember that.
So he's late for high school. His dad's yelling at him. Comes down. Morgan says, "Go back to camp, you loser." That's the first thing she says. She's underrated.
She very much is. Yeah.
So underrated. Corey says, "Listen, I'm going to be fine in high school. I understand that I'm a nothing peon. I got to work my way up the list. I picked my brother's brain, Eric. I took all these notes, so I studied for once because I guess he's a bad student in the beginning, which at the end he's like a great student, right?
Yeah.
And he becomes a teacher in the next series.
Right.
Oh,
So
boy.
something.
Oh, because Feeney inspired him?
Right. So
Yeah.
something crazy happens between season 1 and 2 when he's an idiot and like the end where he's like a great student. I don't know.
Right.
So he says he took notes. He studied for once. The first thing he needs to do is make friends with the top bully, Harley Kiner. And he's got a plan. And then the door busts open and Sean walks in. He goes, "I lost the plan."
Yeah. Sean was great in this episode.
I lost the plan. And his
Real
dad
funny. Yeah.
Dad is like, "Nobody has a plan. What the fuck are you talking about? Just go to school and deal with it." And Sean's there and he has fake sideburns, and everyone's like, "Why are you wearing fake sideburns? What is wrong with you?" And Eric comes down and he has a written contract because at this point, Eric, like Corey and Eric flip-flop intelligence, right? Because Corey is stupid and Eric is the smart older brother in the first couple seasons. And then Eric is a fucking moron.
Right.
And Corey is like carrying him and be like, "Whoa,
Well,
you are weird."
I mean, without going into it too much, previously we did talk about how they just didn't know how to write these characters anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
And that's a great example. Eric is well defined in this episode, and you're right. By the end, it's just is idiot.
So here he's smart and he's like, "I'm writing up a contract so that when we're in school, I won't be embarrassed by you. And if you need to refer to me in the hallways, you're going to refer to me as, oh, great one. And I will refer to you as like little peon or insignificant something." And Corey signs the contract. When I was in high school, I did this thing to my sister.
Did you?
I didn't do a contract, but I said, "When you see me, you have to refer to me as, oh, great one." And I was like watching this episode. I'm like, holy shit, I totally stole that from this episode like years later. I didn't realize it.
Subconsciously
I
brought it back.
subconsciously am doing Boy Meets World bits
how far
in
apart
my
were
real
you?
life.
How far apart were you?
4 years. So
4
she would
years?
be a freshman when I was a
right.
senior.
Oh
So
my God.
I did this exact thing to her. I didn't do a contract, but I did say, like, "I'm not talking to you. And you have to call me a great one." And that's where this came from. That's so weird. So he's really in 7th grade. Feeney comes into the house and he's like, "There's a giant thing blocking my driveway. Get it out of here. It's Eric's new car."
Feeney has a great line where he just asks him straight up, like, "Does it move?" He's like, "Oh yeah, it moves." He's like, "Good, then move it."
Yeah. They say high school means no more Feeney, so we're going to be all right. And then they do like the dance from season 1 and then reference how dumb it is. And like, we can't do this. We need to fix this. And so they do a different dance. Instead, a cooler high school dance. The nerds, I like this little bit. The
Yeah, this
nerds,
was funny.
The nerds
Perfect.
come in and do like a stand up. We've never seen these guys before, I'm pretty sure. They're like, it's the first day of high school. What are we gonna do? And the door opens and blasts both of them. They knocks them out, and then Corey and Sean come in and repeat the same line.
Mm-hmm.
Very funny, and they do it a bunch.
I just like the
Very
idea
funny.
that there's also like another storyline going on that none of us
Yes,
have ever
that we
watched
don't
or
see.
cared
Yes.
about. Yeah,
There's
right. I
another
think it's-
show.
Right, another
Yeah.
show going on. Very funny.
So funny. And if you watch, they're in the background, like
Yes.
selling the
Yes.
injuries still.
Yep.
As we keep going, like you see one guy walk through and he's got like a tissue over his nose. So funny. Seniors are beating up the kids, and John Adams high, and a kid walks by in his underwear, and Corey's like, why would you be in your underwear? And like, I'm a new kid and I got beat up and they took my clothes. They're very worried. Then Frankie Stacchino, Vader's son, comes smashing into the
Yay.
episode. He's back.
Yay.
He
This would have been
smashed-
his first like chronological appearance,
Absolutely,
right?
yes.
Yeah,
His
right.
first appearance. He smashes the boys into the locker room and then puts them, he says he's gonna put them in the lockers and stuff. And his buddy, I forget what this guy's name is, but he's funny too. He's like, he says something, and Frankie's like, are you saying I'm gay? And he's like, I need to go think about this. He leaves. And this is what we're talking about earlier. Is
Right.
this like offensive or like a kind of funny joke? I could not tell. Like where
It's
he's like,
real on the line.
it's
Right.
on the line. Like
It's-
I'm gay. Do I
Here's
need
the
to
thing.
ponder this? I'm leaving
Knowing
to think about what I need, like my life. He doesn't say it's gross or anything like
Right.
that. It's just like,
I got to think about it.
I need to think about what you just said.
But like knowing that character and what he like goes into,
He's a poet.
very thoughtful guy.
Right.
He's very like, he's not dumb. So I
Right.
could like if you're taking that character like, as we know him, that makes some sense. It's like, maybe I do got to like just reassess where I am and
Yeah.
what my
Am I
preferences
gay?
are. And right.
Great question.
Yeah.
it's almost
So,
like,
I laughed at it. I thought it was fun. I thought like knowing the character as I did, I thought that was funny. Like
I
it
almost-
fit him. Yeah.
maybe I'm wrong, but I
Right.
thought it was like, oh, this is refreshing to him. Be like, not say it's gross, but
Right.
be like,
Exactly.
oh, maybe I do need to think about that. Maybe
But-
I am
Right.
gay. Let me go
We're
think about
so-
this.
This is not like that era. Like that era is
Right.
like making fun of gay
Yes.
people, and so that's what I'm so like reluctant to
torn,
think that they
'cause
did that
I
on
think-
purpose.
I feel like they weren't trying to do that,
Right.
but it just came off that way to
Right.
me. Like,
right.
oh,
20
this
years
is-
later.
this is kind of refreshing. Of like a dude's like, you know what? I don't know. I have never thought about my sexuality. Let me go think about this real quick. I don't know. That's not what they
Right.
were going for at
Right.
all, but it plays
Yeah.
that way somewhat. I
I
don't know.
think-
What do you think?
My gut reaction was, oh no.
Right.
But I think you're correct. He's not like, nah, you are, which I feel
Right.
like Full House would have done. Then
Did do.
To
I
be
mean, let's
fair,
honest, we saw
every
that.
show
showed on that
did.
baby.
To be fair,
Um,
every show did.
But boy, Michelle got racy in the third season.
She was too sassy.
I know I am, but what are you? Oh shit!
Damn.
Oh,
Oh
boy.
my god, she became racist in season
Wow.
5.
Thank God the babies never started talking because
Yeah, right.
they
Those
had a whole
twins.
bunch of horrible shit for
Oh
them to say.
god.
They're incels now. Probably are.
Oh, they
Yeah,
might be.
Lloyds.
You never know.
Them and Mark hanging out in the basement,
Oh, Mark.
or is it Brendan? I forget which one.
No,
was
it's
the
Well,
Mark.
no,
incel.
Mark is the one with the right wing literature. If you
Yeah.
remember.
Oh, right.
Mark.
Yeah.
Anyway, my gut was, oh no, but
Mhm.
I think you're correct. Maybe with 2020 eyes, like this actually is kind of a thoughtful joke. But I also feel like if you're gonna make that joke nowadays, you got to be a little more like tactful.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Right.
Like I still don't think you can make that joke even if you have current sensibilities.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, you can't. It made no sense. It made absolutely no sense that he would. It's just a misunderstanding. It seems like he misheard. Is
Yeah.
that what I'm? Is that what I'm?
Yeah,
getting
right.
at?
Because like he said something out of order, and he thought it
Yeah.
was just like almost like
Did you
dyslexic.
say
and he
that
just-
I'm gay?
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. And they just the other one
not
is an
like
idiot.
I did something, but I don't know. I just thought it was like it's just kind of funny the way
Yeah.
that they did this, and it's
Right.
not offensive to me. It
Agreed.
doesn't seem offensive, but it's still funny. I
But
don't
like
know.
I just can't give them
That's
the credit
not
for
what
actually
they were
doing it on purpose. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
There's not what they were going for. They were
Right.
trying to be edgy and
20
funny.
years ago, I think I would have viewed it differently.
Agreed.
Yeah, probably for sure. But I did kind of like how they played it. I don't know.
Because it comes back. Like they
does come
do another
back.
Scene. Yeah, right.
Topanga shows up. She's looking good. She looks like a nerd in the other season. So she's all dolled up here, and everyone's staring at her boobs. We're back to the staring at her boobs.
They
and
haven't
they say
gotten together, right? They haven't.
No,
This is before
not
any
yet.
of this, right?
Not yet.
Let's just get a timeline here.
Not yet. So they both boys go. Summer was stare at her boobs directly and go.
Yeah.
Summer was good to you. So we get this again.
Jesus,
come on
again. Mr. Turner comes in, the hot, cool, awesome motorcycle riding karate teacher.
And I remember Mr. Turner. Like he is pretty vivid in my mind for
He's
like
good.
As he is good. He's
I
very
like
good.
this character.
Yep.
He's a cool guy, drives a Harley.
Reads
And they confuse him to X-Men. I enjoyed that. One of the things Boy Meets World does the best is taking pop culture and putting it right into the show when it matters instead of like 20 years ago pop culture. So this dude comes in and everyone thinks he's the bully, but no, he's actually the teacher. Go to his class. He teaches English. He says to Corey, "Are you trouble? You keep asking all these questions. Are you going to be trouble for me?" And he's like, "No, actually, that's Sean's role in the show," which I thought was funny. It's almost breaking the fourth wall. So they talk about the Odyssey, and then Mr. Turner finds the X-Men comic in Corey's stuff, and he's like, "You know what? Let's talk about the X-Men comic. Like, let's find a way to talk about how the Odyssey and the X-Men comic come together." Like, this is great.
Yeah,
This is
90s
fun.
X-Men too. You can't get better than that. So,
Right.
yeah.
So good. Corey and Sean talk about how their schedules are not the same for the first time in years. They have to go to separate classes.
That was well done too, because they have this realization, and then the bell rings, and all the kids like flood the hallway
Yes.
and forcefully separate them. I
Yes.
thought that was good.
Same
Very
scene
good.
was in Full House, done shitty.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Corey needs Eric's help to get away from this bully. And Eric pretends not to know him a bunch of times. We meet Harley, and he says he's going to retake the SOTs and maybe finally get out of high school. And then we get the second gay joke. And again, Frankie Stachino has to ponder his sexuality. He's like, "I still haven't figured it out." And he
I
like
need
goes
more
in the
time.
bathroom.
Right.
I think it's funny. He says, "I need time. Leave me alone. I need time to figure this out." Corey meets with the bully, Harley Connor, and he says, "I want to be your underling." And he says, "Great. You need a new name because Corey Matthews is not scary. You need to be Johnny Baboon." And then this weird hall monitor shows up. I don't think ever shows up again, and writes them up. And he says, "What's your name?" And he says, "Baboon." And he has to go meet with the principal, who is Mr. Feeney. He's back.
There you go.
Surprise.
And I like how Feeney turns the chair around and he says about himself, "The legend continues."
Yeah, right.
About himself.
It's
amazing.
Once again, breaking a lot of fourth wall. It's like you and I are going to have extensive time this year together.
Yes.
So let's just separate now. It's almost like let's continue on with the story. Here I am. I'm your new principal. Let's all move on. This will be another
Yeah.
episode.
And then like they go back and forth a little bit, and he says one of his great lines for the first few seasons. He's like, "Just get out of my face," to Corey. And then Corey's like, "All right, I will. I'm gonna go to social studies," who's taught by Feeney. What the fuck? He's doing everything. He's everywhere. He's my neighbor. He's my principal. He's my teacher. Harley and Corey are going to get detention. So he says, "I'm going to kill you at 3:00. Meet me at the bathroom. I'm going to kick your ass." Turner and Feeney debate educational practices about the X-Men comic. And Feeney says, like, "I'm the principal. You are doing some weird ass shit. Like, you can't do this." And Turner's like, "I'm not afraid of you." And he's like, Feeney says, I get that you're groovy and all. My God.
It's very Feeney though. I like it fits the
Yes.
character.
So they go back and forth and sort of threaten each other. We get the nerds again, and they get smashed yet again
Funny.
by the lunchroom doors.
Absolutely hysterical because they fucking stone cold Steve Austin their way into that
Yes.
lunchroom.
And then everyone after steps over their dead bodies
Yeah.
because they're knocked down on the ground, and you see like the girls walking in with their trays, like stepping over in the background. Very funny.
Very clever. Yeah.
He says he can't ask, Corey says he can't ask Eric for help because of all the contract stuff. And Sean's like, you need to get his help because you're going to get your ass kicked. Meanwhile, he's talking about his new car, which sucks. We knew. And he's like, oh, yeah, it's a Mustang. A Mustang Buick class. So he has like a covert conversation with Eric, and Eric says, look, go to the nurse, pretend to be sick, get your ass pulled out of school, then you'll never have to fight him. And then he goes to the nurse's office, and the nerds are there, and they're talking about how it's safer there, and they're never going to leave the nurse's office ever. And Corey's like, well, I'm not a coward, so I guess I'll go fight this guy. And then the nerds get blasted by the nurse's door yet again. And they both have broken noses. They talk about their broken noses. Turner spots Corey, and he's like, something seems wrong here. Are you all right? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. If I can make it out alive, I'll see you tomorrow or something like that. And Turner's like, that's a weird thing to say. I'm going to sort of linger around here and see what happens. So Corey says that he had to Sean, I have to face my bully alone. Sean, of course, is already hot with the ladies. So he just gets pulled off by a lady. Harley faces off with him, but Eric comes in to protect him, even though he said he wouldn't. They're about to get into a fight when Mr. Turner, who is like 6 inches away, is like, okay, we're not doing this. Let's get out of here. And he's like, I teach English, kickboxing. I rode a motorcycle. I can fuck you up. And Harley Kiner says, could I take you? You think I could take you? And he's like, sorry, son. No, I don't think so. And so Harley's like, fair play. And he leaves.
I can take that kid though, right? He's like, yeah, probably. He's like,
you can
I like
beat
him
up Corey.
saving face at the end.
Yeah. So Turner saves the day, and then he says, go do your fucking homework, you son of a bitch. And Corey says, what do I have to read it for? I already lived the Odyssey.
Funny.
Very funny. Then Sean, the fight's over. He goes to find Sean. He says, the fight's over. And he opens the locker, and of course, there's a girl in there making out with Sean. And he says, wow, those are big. Those lockers are big. And then back home, and the family's fighting, and Morgan dominates everyone. She wants to watch the fucking Flintstones or whatever. Yells at the family, and that's it.
Yep. Good episode.
Solid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some great stuff in here.
Probably the best like coherent story out of the 5.
So,
so
very well written.
Yeah,
for that purpose.
Right. Set everything up really
mattered.
nicely. Yep. Right. Everything mattered.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I thought this episode was great.
Mm-hmm.
It's a famous one. It's definitely a famous one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I remember a lot of this growing up.
Yeah.
It's just such a shame how shit this show gets.
It gets so weird.
It gets, I think it's always the funniest show that we watch. Like,
Great
I think
jokes.
their jokes are on point. I think, I would even say it might even be funnier than Perfect Strangers. I think Perfect Strangers is the better show because it is funny, and I love their chemistry, and their physical comedy is unmatched.
Right.
Like, that's what really makes Perfect Strangers is their chemistry with each other.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this show has awesome jokes.
Yeah.
Even the bad episodes, I think, have really funny jokes.
Do you
think they're
think
stupid? I think the plots are nonsensical.
There's definitely a shift in this show. I don't know if it's season 4.
I was just trying to look it up, and I can't.
It becomes very Topanga and Corey centric, and I think
emotional. It's like way more emotional than funny,
right?
At times,
maybe that's. I mean, like when did like She's All That and like that type of movie,
Yes.
like the
Would have been around that time. I mean, would have been around that.
I mean, is that
mid to
what they're
late
doing?
90s.
Are they trying to play up on that like teen drama
Yeah.
hype? Because I feel like there's a million movies like that.
Yeah.
Never Been Kissed.
Right.
Like all those
10
ones.
Things I Hate
Anything
About
with Freddie
You.
Prinze Jr. in it.
Right. Every Freddie Prinze Jr. thing.
I
he's
mean,
ever done.
they even bring in Jennifer Pfefferman.
Yes.
So
Right.
you
Yes.
know,
Right.
The Halloween one. Right.
right. So like, I mean, they're even obviously playing off of that I Know What You Did Last Summer vibe. Like, so maybe they were just, maybe the show wasn't performing particularly well. They're in that weird transition when Corey's like too old to be doing kid shit, but too young to be in college yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. These episodes, the late episodes are so shit, but these early episodes are so fucking good.
I think there's also like these sitcoms had like what, like 26, 28 episodes per
many
season.
episodes.
It's so like that's like 3 seasons for certain movies and certain TV shows nowadays. So I feel like it's so hard to flesh out characters for like 28 episodes for however long
So
Boy
hard.
Meets World ran.
Yeah.
You're just repeating yourself, or you're not being as creative.
Right.
You're not fleshing out the characters as much. That's why we joke around about it all the time, but Topanga and Corey break up because that's an easy episode to write. Like, you can just fill that in every year and then have them get over it, or introduce a new character. Now that's the girlfriend, or we had an episode like that. What am I saying?
It makes you want to watch more because you want to see what happens.
Right. It becomes more very like, you're right, very like teen drama instead of comedy,
Right.
No.
It's like a Sons of Anarchy problem. Like, oh, I want to see what happens. And then you realize like 3 episodes later, you're like, no, this was bad.
Can we go
No.
back? Yeah, right.
It's time to rank these 5 episodes of Back to School.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of agreement on this one.
It might be.
Well, we
It
always
might
think
be.
that. I mean, I probably agree with you on this one, but sometimes there are surprises.
Yeah.
Number 5.
I mean, the obvious number 5
is
It's
Full
Full
House.
House.
It's
the shittiest
a
show
sweeper.
of all time.
Horrible.
Full House sweeper.
I'm not even kidding anymore. I think this legitimately might be the worst show I've ever seen. It is.
Can't be. There's got to be
so
worse
bad.
than this.
I mean, I don't know. Like maybe I don't remember. There was
God,
that
Uncle
Pamela
Jesse.
Anderson as a librarian show on Fox.
Oh yeah, right.
2006. So maybe that's worse. Stacked. Maybe Stacked is worse.
I mean,
but I
Stacked.
just, for such a long running, widely loved show, this has to be the worst. I'm not trying to be hyperbolic, and I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I think this show is just poorly made, poorly written, primarily poorly acted.
Mm-hmm.
It's miserable. It's a fucking slog every time.
I feel like there are. I try to start with Full House mainly because I want to get out of the way, but also like I tend to watch these really late, and if I watch it late, I'll fall asleep. Like I didn't do it this one, but like I have like dozed off in the middle of Full House episodes before, and I had to wake up and rewatch it, which is even worse. So,
There's no camera movement. It's
worse.
just
right.
Static shots of boring people.
Right. I don't want to wake up to babies
movie's
in a
more
box.
interesting.
I want to wake up to you're missing the Eucharist. That's what I want to wake up to.
You are missing it. Jesus Christ. That's what I mean. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
This is consistently the worst, and this episode is no different.
5. Sweep it. 4. Tough.
This is a little bit tough.
Everybody else is kind of in the same boat, sort of.
I'm missing something here. I'm forgetting a show.
I'm going Mr. Cooper.
Okay.
I'm going Mr. Cooper because the
fucking shows
dance.
did we watch?
I enjoy the dance with
Yeah.
Sherman. I just there's not much there. There's not a lot there. He's Mark Curry again, very funny, great, but there's nothing else. Don Cheadle, whatever, the Vanessa, whatever. Raymond Simone is not very good in this. I mean, she's fine, but doesn't have anything to do. There's nothing else except for Mark Curry, so I'm putting it at 4, even though there's some very funny moments.
Sabrina, I think, at number 4. I just
my number 4.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a jump for what we're used to, and I don't think the other ones were terribly good. We all agree that Salem is the best part of these shows, and he
100%.
once again was. But like, out of all the jokes that we saw, other than Full House, which is in a whole new category, like none of these jokes really landed for me. What interested me about this was like, oh, this looks completely different. Oh, Punky Brewster is here. Like, like the things that are just not in the universe of Sabrina.
Right.
That's what kind of got me and made me slightly interested. But like the comedy was all bad.
I found Sabrina interesting as like a slice of time,
Mhm.
you know, especially one when 2000 I was 15, 16. Like it's a time that you remember fondly, but it's hard to nail down specifics.
Right.
So to see a TV show set in such a specific time period, like I found it interesting, but other than Salem, not a single joke landed for me. I thought Sabrina was wicked awkward. Again, problems that just shouldn't exist in this world. Maybe the next episode's better. I don't know. I do remember Sabrina fondly, but also this was a switch. New network, obviously trying to go for something new.
None of the stuff I remember liking about Sabrina was in this episode, other than the cat, other than Salem. So
it was a power fantasy, like Sabrina.
Yeah.
You know, like when you're a young kid, when you're 11.
Yeah, right.
You know, fantastical, slapsticky humor like works. But now it's just a girl going to college it's a fucking Gilmore Girls episode with a little bit of magic and a talking cat.
True.
Which might be Gilmore Girls. I haven't seen
worse dialogue.
Yeah.
Gilmore Girls has some fun dialogue. Okay. Sabrina, 4 for you guys. Cooper, 4 for me. What's your number 3?
Then it would be Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Yeah, same with me. Yep, Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Yep.
Not a great episode, but Mark Curry is fucking good.
He's great.
Really funny.
I love Sherman Hemsley. Like, I mean, I a lot of this is because I love him as BP Richfield in Dinosaurs. Like, he's so funny in that show. Just hearing the voice got me excited. And this the way he emotes. Obviously he's a veteran of TV. He knows exactly what he's doing. And the interaction with those two was funny. I liked Nell Carter, like in that new role. I want to see more Mr. Cooper episodes with her involved and like the new cast that we have with Raven Simone and such. It wasn't the worst. It was just, you're right. Like, it was Mark Curry was very funny and there was a lot of nothing around him. So
I went with Sabrina 3, so we just flip-flop there, and it's all because of Salem.
Yep.
Salem's jokes were funnier than anything else in the episode. I thought he was as always, so good.
Correct.
So good. Still funny. Still made me laugh. Like, legitimately, the keg party thing made me laugh. Some of those jokes made me laugh out loud.
His costumes get me sometimes too, where he's he's in like the Letterman jacket, you know?
Right. Yes. Yeah. He's in a straight jacket, then a Letterman jacket. Yes. All right. Number 2.
The other one, Clueless.
Okay. Clueless.
Clueless. I don't have much to say about this episode other than I thought it was pretty okay.
Yeah.
Like, it was a breezy experience to watch. I didn't mind it at all. Thought it was a little bit funny. Just went right through me, but in a good way. It was right like like a really good burrito from Chipotle.
Oh.
Got up, clapped your hands,
in and out.
Yep,
in and out.
Yep. Clueless for me too. I think that, like I said, it reminded me so much of Scrubs. It was a little weird. I know I brought that up earlier, but like the more I think about it, it really could have been an episode. Just all the dream sequences and like the breaking the fourth wall. That's all stuff I liked, and it's what I liked about Scrubs. And I don't know, the introduction of the dad and then just acknowledging like, yeah, it's somebody different. What are you gonna do about it? Let's move on. Like, I thought that was good.
Yes.
So all the actors and actresses are just, they know the characters, they nail them, they're funny. Good episode.
Really good.
Yeah.
Very good. I put Clueless 2 as well.
Yep.
A lot of it has to do with it wasn't ever terrible, but it also had that amazing joke about the 27-year-olds playing high school.
That's an
absolute killer.
It really is.
Killer joke. Best
Well
joke
done.
of all of these, probably. And so that puts it at number 2, even though it's a failed TGIF show coming in at number 2. Look at Clueless right now.
What is it? How many seasons did that run? 2 or 3?
It was 3, 1 on TGIF and 2 on UPN or something.
This was actually the first episode on UPN.
Yeah, definitely
so
on UPN.
Technically not TGIF. It didn't last long on ABC.
Right.
It moved
It was
quickly.
one season. But it was, we talked about this before. It was one season on TGIF. They canceled it. and then they realized the ratings weren't as bad as they thought. They try to get it back, but UPN already scooped it up, and they couldn't get it back from UPN. That's what
Good
happened.
job, UPN.
That's funny.
Way to
So-
sneak in
Died
there.
on UPN next
Yeah.
to Malcolm and Eddie.
They crushed it. UPN crushed it with Clueless. Anyway, number one, meaning Boy Meets World, a sweep.
Oh,
Yes.
for sure.
All
Yeah, I mean,
of
this
us.
was standout compared to the other ones.
So much better than anything else. on
It
this.
just it set up everything so well. Like I really like this season would be very interesting to me to kind of go through in order to see how everybody progresses. I like the idea of them in a new environment. I like Mr. Feeney in a new role / old role, always around. I think that's funny, you know.
Mhm.
I hate to say it, but like seeing like the whole Corey Topanga thing early on would be kind of interesting, you know,
Yeah.
because right now they just seem like friends, you know.
Right.
So
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like seeing my future and past girlfriend with another guy. I don't care how little they mean to them, but you know, if you guys are into it, that's cool.
right.
You
I mean, I
your-
have to
your
live with the fact
future
that you all
wife,
dated her as
ex-wife?
well.
Right, all the time. Who's she with
Right.
right now? Do we know?
Oh,
Between the three of us?
Yeah, not
No,
mine.
she's with fucking Shrimp Tail guy.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
right.
Fuck.
She's with that
She's
shrimp
had
guy.
another baby with him, which of course I'm gonna have to take care of. soon.
Right. God damn.
Fucking come on. Wrap
It's
it up
weird.
when you're not with me.
Listen, he's got red hair and glasses, man. Take care of my
Uh-oh.
kid.
Oh
So-
no.
Oh,
Bad news, Shrimp Tail guy.
Look out, shrimp. You've been divorced, shrimp tail guy. Tobanga's leaving you.
You got a Bills fan in the midst.
Oh
Shit.
god. Boy
To
Meets
the
World.
table.
Yeah, Boy Meets World, and I can't stress enough how fucking great the joke about them slamming the door in those nerds'
Yeah,
face
right.
and
good.
saying
Very
the
funny.
exact same line.
Yeah,
Yep.
very funny.
I mean, that's the kind of joke that I'm jealous of. Like, I
Yep.
wish I could come
So
up with something
good.
that good.
Mhm.
That's
Good
what we-
episode though. Like I like these back to school. It was cool. Like
Yeah.
a lot of them
Yes.
were like beginning anew, which I thought was kind
Yeah.
of cool to check out. You know, like almost like reset some of these series, and some of them literally did. So
Yeah,
cool. Interesting.
most of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next time we've already got it picked. We don't need
Yeah.
to debate it. It's the Halloween Part 2.
ooh,
Halloween Part 2, which means that we get the headliner, Steve
Evil
Part
Two.
2.
Yeah.
Steve Part 2. Family Matters. We haven't done Family Matters in a little while.
yes, that's right. Yeah, we
Disney
get to get back to them.
episodes.
Yeah, even though it'll be
Steve-O Part 2.
Steve too.
Steve 2.
Yeah.
There was a second Steve.
And I'm sure there's a billion other Halloween
I'm-
episodes.
Oh,
I mean, that's
absolutely.
very rare. There's got to be another Perfect Strangers Halloween that we can do.
Yes, well,
We haven't done
hopefully-
them in a while either. So
Yeah, we got to bring them back. Is there
Yeah.
a dinosaurs Halloween episode besides
we did,
the one?
other than the one that we
We
did.
did the
I don't-
one?
Yeah.
Oh,
it.
that's right, with the werewolves.
Yeah.
We'll
yeah.
get back to
Yep.
dinosaurs soon. But yes, Halloween, Steve 2, the headliner. That'll be dropping around Halloween time, right?
Yep.
Right around Halloween.
Yeah, right around
Halloween's
Halloween.
on a
That'll be good.
Sunday. It'll be right around that time. All right, that's it. It's time for plugs. What you got for some plugs this time, guys?
I'm not plugging nothing. I look like an idiot every fucking week. Find me on
Oh,
Twitter at KillerGreg17. Sometimes I retweet things.
yeah.
Oh, God.
God. You can follow me at Megastar Mark on the tweet machines. Also follow us at WCWTF Podcast, the other podcast that I do with Killer Greg over there. Even if you don't want to listen to the episodes, by all means, follow us on Twitter. We're posting all the time funny pictures, funny old merchandise I find from WCW. We have a good interaction. We get retweeted by random wrestlers, which I love. We definitely appreciate everybody who follows us and everybody who watches me struggle as I go through eBay and find party hats of Sting on it. So
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the Bret Hart hauling at the
On the
moon
moon.
shirt. I
Yeah.
absolutely, I was like, I would
Yeah.
wear that and get that
Right.
if it still existed.
I feel like that he probably had like pages of notes on that t-shirt about how it needed to be different font sizes and
Yes.
colors to match up to his
Gotta
greatness.
be.
Yeah.
Ryan, I've been
Uh,
able to actually catch up on your other podcasts for the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
You've been doing a really good job with there. I like your eBay prices right.
Yeah.
I think that's very funny.
That's
Although I
complete-
have to ask, and maybe you
Yes.
explain this at one point.
Oh,
Are you
okay.
including shipping on that or not?
We're not including shipping.
See,
Not
I feel like
including
you have
shipping.
to, because I
Mhm.
mean, you know, as a
Right.
professional eBayer, sometimes
Oh.
shipping's half the scam.
That's
Yeah.
true. I've seen that before. I've been trying to get my hands on some Christmas gifts, and the shipping is more than the fucking thing's price.
Especially these days.
Makes me
Yeah.
so angry. But yes, it is very fun. That's probably the First of all, we just ripped that off from you guys. I was like, oh, this would be fun if I just find a weird merchandise item and see if these two goofs can guess what it is. But it's priced because I guarantee they will never get close. They're like, oh, it's like $5. And I no, sorry, $300. Who would pay for that? I don't know. Weird wrestling fans. You can find that stuff on the Nation Conversation, the podcast that I do. Wacky shit like that. And I'm gonna secede most of my plugs, give up most of my plugs, and plug one of our friends on TGIF Pod or Pod TGIF on Twitter. TV show Graphs. Go follow this lady. She's great. Does some awesome stuff.
I'll do it right
now. It has nothing to do with TGIF. And she's not even asked me to do this, but it's charts and lists and really fun stuff. Go follow her. She's fun. So that's it. We've got Halloween coming up. We have officially gone back to school.
Yep.
We are ready to go.
You know who also really likes Halloween is Sean Waltman, X-Pac. There, got it in.
Oh my God.
And we're done.
How?
I saw the buzzer going. I saw the time going down.
All right, that's it. Peace out, everybody. Bye.
Good night.